presentation of Westwood One Sports. If it's Thanksgiving, the NFL is on Westwood One.
Johnston, motion to the right. Aikman, handoff Smith, big hole right to the 40, and he's gone. Emmitt Smith taking it all the way. Got a seam, got the lane, got 68 yards. Happy Thanksgiving, Emmitt. Eric Williams opened it. Touchdown, Cowboys. This one's over.
The give up the middle is Gibson. Big hole, breaks the tackle at the 20, and he's got a high step from the 10 all the way into the end zone for the touchdown. 37 yards, and that may finish off the Dallas Cowboys on Thanksgiving in Big D. 33-16. Washington with a lead with 3:31 to go.
Prescott will go for the shotgun. He's standing at the 10-yard line with staggered legs. Takes the snap at his knee. Backs up. Here comes pressure. He escapes it. Here comes more pressure. He escapes it. He takes off inside the 5, and he dives for the end zone. Touchdown, Dak Prescott. The Houdini act on Thanksgiving. Unbelievable.
From now until Super Bowl 58,
Whatever it takes.
the NFL is on Westwood One.
Let's go, man.
Now, let's head to Dallas and join John Sadak and Mike Mann.
We welcome you to AT&T Stadium. It's part 2 of our special Thanksgiving Day NFL triple header as the 7-3 Dallas Cowboys host the 4-7 Washington Commanders in an NFC East matchup. Today's broadcast of the National Football League on Westwood One is sponsored by Barbasol Shaving Cream, by BetMGM, by AutoZone, by Crest Toothpaste, by Navy Federal Credit Union, and by NFL.com. A very happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I'm John Sadak along with Mike Mayock. Scott Brand will join us shortly from our Westwood One studios. We welcome you to Game 2 of our special holiday triple header here in Dallas. In the opener, Green Bay beat Detroit 29-22. Later tonight, the third game, the 49ers and the Seahawks from Seattle. But here and now, it's time for the Commanders and Cowboys and a big slice of Americana, Mike Mayock. It is NFL football. It is the Cowboys and Commanders on Thanksgiving Day.
You know, I'm pretty old, John. I'm older than you, and I can go back 40, 50 years to being a little kid and turning on the television or the radio and just watching Drew Pearson, Roger Staubach. Those are the memories of my childhood. And to be able to come back in here and walk into this beautiful stadium on Thanksgiving Day and have a chance to talk some football with you, it's really special.
Look at those reflections of the past, but what about the reflection of the present for this Dallas Cowboys team that has bashed teams without winning records, but has struggled against teams with winning records? What version of the Cowboys are they? Who are they?
I don't know who they are, and let's be really honest, okay? They've played 2 teams with winning records. They got whacked by San Francisco early, and then in Week 9, they competed with the Eagles. They had a chance to win late, and they had 3 sacks of Dak Prescott in the fourth quarter, and they couldn't get it done. So in my opinion, they're 0-2 against good teams, and they're beating up on everybody else. Jury is still out. And you know what? After today, they play Seattle, Philadelphia, at Buffalo, at Miami, and Detroit. That's Murderer's Row, 5 in a row.
For the Washington Commanders, they began 2-0, but have lost 7 of 9 and come off a bewildering loss against the Giants.
They have a pattern of playing up to the teams that they shouldn't be. Look at Philly. They played Philly tough twice. They played Seattle tough, yet then they play down to other teams. Look at what they've done with the Giants. They got whacked by Chicago. There's no on either side of the ball. And the way I look at it, with a new owner in town, coaches and players, everybody's jobs are at risk, and they need to start playing better football starting today.
When you take a look at the field currently, rear of each end zone, stenciled in 6 fonts on the field, it says John Madden Thanksgiving in italicized caps letters. May he rest in peace, forever a part of the fabric of this league, this game, and particularly this day.
Special dude. I had the honor of being the general manager of the Raiders, and Coach Madden and I used to talk every few weeks or every couple of months, and just to hear his voice, the same way you heard on television, just as patient, what was even better? The advice was always spot on.
Very warm hug to John Madden, his soul, his family, and it all lives on here on this spectacular day. We have much more to come from Dallas. It's a classic on Thanksgiving. We approach kickoff between the Commanders and the Cowboys in this divisional tilt. When we return, Scott Brand joins us from our studios. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Score early this NFL season with FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Right now, new customers get $150 in bonus bets with any winning $5 moneyline bet. That's $150 if your team wins. If you've been thinking about joining FanDuel, there's no better time to get in on the action. The app is so easy to use. There's a wide range of betting options, spreads, player props, over-unders, and more. I like putting a spread bet together with the over for my parlays, and anytime player touchdown always has me on the edge of my seat. So if you're ready to do the same, visit FanDuel.com/win and kick off the NFL season. That's FanDuel.com/win. FanDuel, official partner of the NFL.
21 plus and physical present in New York. First online real money wager only, $5 pregame money line wager required. First online real money wager only, $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Jim Gaffigan here with some more Straight Talk. Let's take a moment to appreciate our sweet children, loving grandparents, and eternal soulmates. Now let's use them to save money on wireless. Because with the Straight Talk Silver Plan, you get 4 lines for just $25 a month with unlimited data and no contract. So add those human bonds, loved ones, and save money. Thanks, kids. It's finally worth it. Straight Talk Wireless, available at Walmart.
Get 4 lines on Silver Unlimited for $25 per line per month, plus taxes and fees. For data management practices and additional terms, visit straighttalk.com.
When you wake up well-rested on a great mattress, everything becomes clear. My life coach has a terrible life. Things you missed when you were tired finally reveal themselves.
My passport is in the pocket of the duffel bag I took to Mexico.
It's the Black Friday sale at Mattress Burn. Get a king bed for a queen price and save up to $700 on Sealy. Plus, get a free adjustable base with select mattresses. And if you see a better price, we'll match it. The right mattress matters. We'll find yours. Restrictions apply. See our website for details.
Listen to Boomer and Juno, 6 to 10 a.m. on The Fan.
Also makes it easier for me.
As far as Washington is concerned, they have watched the development of their young quarterback this year, and this certainly has had some hiccups along the way, but realize that Sam Howell, for all the difficulties he's had, is leading the National Football League in passing yards. With a chance to be just the 3rd to lead the league in passing yards, and the number of times being second this season. Mark Brunell did it in 96, Jeff George did it in 97. When I talked with him this week, I talked about the development over the course of the year as a starter, and if he has seen progress on a week-by-week basis.
I feel a lot more confident, but, I don't really look into how much better I've gotten. I just try to take it one day at a time and 1 week at a time, and I don't really spend too much time reflecting on the growth I feel like I've made. I spend more time focusing on what else can I do to, get better. I'm sure after the season I'll kind of reflect back on the year and take a few things to work on for the offseason. But right now, I'm all in and just trying to take it 1 week at a time and trying to go 1-0 each and every week.
Apparently, a while back, you kind of took up the game of golf, and apparently you were pretty good at it without having gotten a lot of instruction. And one of the things that I've heard is it's because you're the type of person who competes on every shot. First of all, I'd love for you to teach me that, but secondly, how much does that mindset contribute to what you do in your day job as a football player?
Yeah, honestly, that's kind of my mindset and everything that I do. Every single thing that I do in my life, I do it to win, and everything I do it with a purpose, and that purpose being to win and be the best at it. And whether I'm just doing something for fun, I still want to be really good at it. Golf is something I kind of do it at times to kind of get away and kind of relax a little bit, but at the same time, I'm out there to try to play good. It's been a lot of fun, it's something fun that I've picked up on, but I definitely bring my competitive energy to my golf game for sure.
People spent a lot of time in the early part of the year talking about the sacks because you've taken a lot of them this year, and it's still a record pace, although the rate has dropped quite a bit. Is that something that as you progress more as a quarterback, you see things more, you either make quicker decisions or you decide, I've got to get this ball out of here? Is that something you expect to come down based upon what you're doing?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's, a combination of a lot of things. I think I'm doing a better job of getting the ball out quicker, making better decisions, and doing a better job of, just if something's not there, finding the completion and avoiding the sacks. Also, I think our O-line is doing a really good job right now. They're playing some really good football and doing a good job of giving me time and, doing a good job. We're on the same page with the calls we're making at line of scrimmage. I just think we're doing a much better job than we were early on in the season. Obviously, we still have some sacks here and there, but I think it's definitely something that's gotten better. So hopefully we continue to get better each and every week.
You take a look at this opponent, and obviously it's a strong defense. It's an aggressive defense. They get after the quarterback. What are you seeing from them on film?
Yeah, they're good, and you can tell they have really good players across the board, and obviously they have good pass rushers, good DBs, and obviously they like to get you in a lot of one-on-ones and as far as pass rush and stuff. So we're at times we're gonna have to be in one-on-ones, we're gonna have to win, and then we'll get some matchups on the outside with our receivers, and when we're one-on-one, we gotta win those matchups. And I think whoever wins those matchups will be the team that wins the game.
The idea of playing on Thanksgiving, a lot of guys find that it's something that's really special because they watch Thanksgiving games growing up. Would you put yourself in that category?
For sure. I always watch Thanksgiving games, and I grew up a Cowboys fan, and I always would watch the Cowboys games. So it's a cool opportunity. I have some family at the game and stuff, so it's just a great opportunity. Just growing up, these are the types of games that you dream of playing in. So we're excited. It's a great opportunity for our team, and against a really good opponent. So it's been a lot of fun. There's the energy's high in the building, and we're excited to go to Dallas and try to get a win.
Sam Howell's going to try to flip the script in this one because if he was a Cowboys fan growing up, he knows that these teams have met 10 times on Thanksgiving Day, and the Cowboys have won 8 of them. Still to come, we'll take a look back at how the Green Bay Packers pulled off the upsetting Game 1. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Wendy's new breakfast 2 for $3 Biggie bundles let you create your own delicious combo. Choose from a sausage biscuit, egg and cheese biscuit, small seasoned potatoes, and a medium hot coffee. But it's obvious which combo's the best. Sausage biscuit and small seasoned potatoes. Well, maybe it's the fresh cracked egg and cheese biscuit with a medium hot coffee. Or 2 savory sausage biscuits. Whichever you pick, you can't go wrong. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new 2 for $3 Biggie bundle.
Limited time only. U.S. price participation may vary. Not valid in a combo. Single item at regular price.
Hi, I'm Henry Winkler. My eyes are very important to me. My eyes connect me with things I love. I loved my late father-in-law dearly. He always lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. And since partnering with Apellis, I've learned there's an advanced form of the disease called geographic atrophy, or GA. His struggle with vision loss made me want to help others know about GA's warning signs. For some, straight lines seem wavy, like when looking at a door frame. For others, blurry or missing spots can make it hard to read or see loved ones' faces. Many have trouble seeing in low light, making driving at night difficult. GA gets worse over time and cannot be reversed. If you've been diagnosed with AMD and notice vision changes, don't wait. Talk to your eye doctor about GA today. Learn more at GAWon'tWait.com. That's GAWon'tWait.com.
With Black Friday savings all month long at the Home Depot, you get all the jingle bells and whistles you could wish for with LG appliances. With America's most reliable line of appliances per independent consumer study, you can take holiday doing to holiday done and always be ready to handle last-minute holiday gifts. Save up to $900 on select laundry sets with Black Friday savings, including top brands like LG at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Shotgun snap for Jordan Love. Right-hander looks to the end zone left side. Has an open man. It's caught. A touchdown. Green Bay. In the back left corner of the end zone, it's Christian Watson, the second-year receiver. And the Packers extend the lead at Ford Field, Detroit on this Thanksgiving. It's Green Bay 29, Detroit 14, 3:30 to play in the third, and what a throw and catch.
J.P. Shadrick with the call right here on Westwood One. Packers get 3 touchdown passes from Jordan Love today and 3 fumbles from Jared Goff the other way. That resulted in 14 points. Packers win 29-22 in an upset in our opener. As we continue with our pregame show, we're going to get you one step closer to kickoff time for Game 2. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
BetMGM is giving you a chance to be a part of the big game. Place at least $100 on Pro Football Bets weekly. Enter for a chance to win the ultimate trip to Vegas and 2 tickets to attend the big game. Must go to BetMGM.com/touchdown in Vegas for full terms and conditions, including a free alternate method of entry. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York. New and existing customer offer. All promotions subject to qualification and eligibility requirements. Rewards issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets. Bonus bets expire 7 days from issuance. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, help is available. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to gamble responsibly. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 years or older to wager. U.S. promotional offers not available in D.C., Mississippi, New York, or Ontario. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER in Colorado, Washington, D.C., Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maryland, Mississippi, New Jersey, Nevada, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia, Wyoming. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP in Arizona. Call 1-800-327-5050 in Massachusetts. Call 1-800-BETS-OFF in Iowa and 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help in Michigan. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
Staples is serious about gaming. And during Staples Black Friday holiday deals, we're even serious-er. Save $50 on the Xbox Series S with 3-month Game Pass Ultimate Bundle, now just $249.99 at Staples. Plus, the Emerge Vortex Gaming Chair is only $119.99, a savings of $140. Discover serious savings on gaming today at Staples. Xbox offer available online and select stores only while supplies last. Limit 1, ends 11/27, share offer in store only, ends 11/25.
Do you have a game plan for COVID-19? Prescription oral treatments must be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms, even if mild. If you have a high risk factor, ask your doctor if treatment is right for you. Visit treatcovid19.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Try Barbasol 1919 Classic Shaving Cream. Paying homage to the original invented over 100 years ago. This non-aerosol formula features enhanced ingredients, an exceptional glide, and crisp fragrance for a winning shave experience. Learn more at Barbasol.com.
Welcome back to the NFL on Westwood One. It's time for another memorable moment in football history. Sponsored by Kohl's.
Off the play fake, Griffin looking to throw, has time, throws long to the near side, has a man open, it's Robinson at the 15, at the 10, the 5, touchdown, Washington! Aldrick Robinson out of SMU has just given the Redskins the lead. It's a 68-yard pass play from Robert Griffin III.
Tom McCarthy with the call right here on Westwood One from Thanksgiving Day 2012 when Washington rookie quarterback RG3 returned to Texas and displayed the sheer talent that made him the Heisman Trophy winner a year earlier when he played 100 miles away at Baylor University. Griffin torched the Cowboys for 4 touchdown passes, including that long one to Aldrick Robinson, as part of a 28-point second quarter in his team's 38-31 win. Dallas quarterback Tony Romo suffered his first defeat in 6 career Thanksgiving starts, despite throwing for a then career-high 441 yards. For Washington, it was the team's second of 7 straight wins to end the year, coming out of nowhere to win the NFC East after starting the season at 3-6. That's today's memorable moment in football history, sponsored by Kohl's. Celebrate the season with gifts, deals, and holiday feels. Find perfect presents for everybody and every budget. Shop Kohl's and Kohl's.com today. Which memories are going to be created here in Game 2? We find out now as we bring you back out to AT&T Stadium and say Happy Thanksgiving to John Sadak and Mike Mayock. Guys?
Well, thank you, Scott. Happy Thanksgiving to you and to all of you joining us here from Dallas as we close in on the Cowboys and Commanders. The opening coin toss just won by the Cowboys, who chose to defer. Commanders will have the ball. Time now for Mike Mayock's Keys to the Game, sponsored by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there for the help you need, whether it's online, on the phone, or on the State Farm mobile app. Get us going, if you would, kind sir, with the 4-7 Washington Commanders.
Yeah, I mean, the first one's obvious. They're -8 in turnover differential, which is last in the NFL. They got to take care of the football. If they don't, they're going to lose big. Last week they had 6 giveaways, 5 on offense, 1 on special teams, and they were still in the game on the last drive against the Giants. Folks, this is not the Giants. They've got to play a clean football game. And number 2, they better identify and block number 11, Micah Parsons. He lines up everywhere, inside, outside. Both his sacks last week were inside against guards. Identify and neutralize Micah Parsons.
What about for the Dallas Cowboys, 7-3 on the year?
Love to see him be patient, balanced offense, continue to run the football with an eye toward the playoffs. Tony Pollard had 2 chunk runs last week, and they ultimately need to have good balance. And the other thing is they can get into the secondary. Washington is not real good On the back end, I'm anxious to see how much or how little they double-team C.D. Lamb.
A foul swirl in the saturated stadium. Cowboys set to kick. Right to left. Opening kickoff sponsored by Northern Tool and Equipment. Get the tools you need for the brands you trust. Start solving your projects today at northerntool.com. We're made for this. Ball teed up to our right. On the hop, the rookie Brandon Aubrey was connected on all of his field goals on the year and has been a touchback machine. Byron Pringle is nestled a third deep, dead center of the end zone under the B in a gray Cowboys. Ready to receive. Aubrey allows little in the way of kick return chances. Charges to the teed up football, shoots it in the air. Pringle says let it go, and it sails over the end zone. A touchback. So the Commander offense to the field. 4-7 on the year. Started 2-0. Losses in 7 of 9. Sam Howell, the quarterback, completing 67% of his passes. He leads the NFL. The only man over 3,000 yards. 3,038. But picks and sacks are a major concern.
He's been hit. He's been sacked 51 times. He's been hit numerous times. Every coach I talked to on the field prior to the game highlighted that. The kid's taken too many hits too often.
He works under center. Brian Robinson, the deep back, a touchdown in 6 straight road games. Handoff has a big hole up the gut and gets lassoed on the right side by Damone Parks. Still down at around the 32, a pickup of about 8 yards.
That's a big play, John. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. They throw the ball. They drop back to throw 45 times a game. They've got to be efficient in the run game. Average a little over 4 yards a carry. That was 8. If they can stay in second and short, third and short, they got a chance.
They go 2 wide, slot left. Handoff on second down and 2, and Robinson doesn't have much. He gets greeted rudely by a wave of Cowboys. Donovan Wilson leads the pile. That's no gain. It'll be third down. Micah Parsons in there, too.
Nice job by the safety, Donovan Wilson. They had a packed box in there, tried to run against a packed box. No gain. That's going to set up a big 3rd and 2.
Well, third down. And make it about a yard, a little over that. They need to get to the 35. They're at just shy of the 34. And they go empty for the first time. Robinson is out wide, now motions into the backfield. Out of the gun, in between the hashes, going left to right, flat and right. The snap, chin high, swing to Robinson near right flat. He's got the first down and more, streaking down the right sideline, over midfield, and gets shoved out of bounds at the Dallas 45 by Stephon Gilmore. They convert on third down in a big way with a big play. That's 20 yards.
Yeah, really nice job because, the ball got out quickly. B, it got to the running back Robinson, who was isolated on a safety. The safety got picked by a wideout. Wasn't anywhere near. That was Donovan Wilson got picked by a wideout, lost the edge, and I'll tell you what, big play early on for Washington.
Spot the ball at the 47 in Dallas territory. Antonio Gibson is in. He was questionable, a toe injury that sidelined him last week. Tight end motion right to left, working out of the gun. The right foot in the air and down, takes the snap play fake, looking on a deep shot, past the football, pressure, he's swallowed up and sacked. Dropped by Jonathan Hankins with late help from a couple of teammates. They spill him all the way back at the Washington 45. It's a loss of 8.
And Hankins is an 11-year veteran out of Ohio State. I had him in the Raiders. He's really a good, solid football player. What he does is he pushes the pocket. He's not quick. He's not agile. Heck, he's 340 pounds. But he pushes the pocket, and he never stops working hard.
Second down at 18. Washington from its own 45. They have Gibson out wide as they go empty. Gibson motions into the backfield, trips right. Shotgun again, press shown outside left. Shotgun snap, lock left side, pass the football, throw to a spot, nobody home. It was Terry McLaurin who was on that side, but he saw press and got bumped and could not get to the football. Incomplete.
Yeah, Dorrance Armstrong bringing pressure off one side. They had Micah Parsons identified. He came on a loop back inside on the guard. They did a good job picking him up, but Armstrong, 6-year player out of Kansas, forced the ball out too early.
Dallas on third down defense, second best in the league, yielding first downs only 33% of the time. This is 3rd and 18. Gibson sidecar left. He goes out just off the slot as a wing left. Out of the gun, empty. Third down. Takes the snap, left hash, backside pressure, throw underneath to his back, and Gibson gets a couple of blocks. Bulldoze path up to the Dallas 45. They're still going to be short by a considerable margin. Wanye Thomas in on the stick. They gain 11. Jordan Lewis with the help as well. Fourth down to the punt unit out.
Good call by offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy on 3rd and 18. I called a peekaboo screen. The running back chips on the defensive end, Micah Parsons, and then immediately turns around and calls for the football. 3 linemen out in front of him. Really good, solid play. Almost got them in field goal range.
I didn't know peekaboo would be part of the party. And now I'm set for this full
You might learn a couple things today, say that.
Tressway ready to punt. Cavante Turpin, the return man at his own 10. Ball shot in the air, good hang. Fair catch wave north of the 12. Brought in just inside of the 15. So a very good punt of 30 yards that'll pin them just north of their 10-yard line. Cowboys will have their first possession. No score, 11:33 to go in the first quarter. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Clean every room of your house with the fighting power of Mr. Clean's antibacterial Summer Citrus Cleaner. Not only does it knock out dirt, it kills 99.9% of bacteria. And it works all around the house on everything from linoleum to tile to toilets and bathtubs, and even garbage cans. So this week, pick up Mr. Clean's antibacterial Summer Citrus Cleaner at City Line Distributors in West Haven, Connecticut, or at Chuck's Market in Harrisville, New York. Let Mr. Clean's antibacterial Summer Citrus Cleaner knock out dirt in every room of your house.
The Black Friday weekend sale begins this Friday at Boot Barn. Visit us in the store for savings on top quality pieces. Get up to $40 off cowboy boots for men and women, $20 off select work boots, and select children's boots for under $50. We're closed Thanksgiving Day to spend with family, but we look forward to seeing you Black Friday weekend for our biggest sale of the year. Boot Barn. Unwrap the West.
Oh, this cold.
Honey?
Honey?
Honey, you need Dayquil Severe Honey.
Dayquil Severe Honey gives you powerful cold and flu symptom relief with a honeylicious taste. Because life doesn't stop for a cold.
Okay, I'm ready to go.
No, I'm getting a cold.
Honey. Try Dayquil Severe Honey for powerful cold and flu relief. Dayquil Severe with honey flavor. The daytime coughing, aching, stuffy head, fever, honeylicious, power through your day medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
At the Home Depot, we have all kinds of trees, but the one thing they have in common is they were all made for joy. Like the 7.5-foot Jackson Noble Fir artificial Christmas tree for only $2.99. It easily clicks into place and comes to life with 1,200 color-changing lights in 8 different remote control settings. When you buy your tree at the Home Depot, not only will you get more out of it, you'll be able to put more under it. Bring home joy with your perfect tree from the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Welcome back to the Grainger broadcast booth at AT&T Stadium. Along with Mike Mayock, I'm John Sadak. Huddle up with Grainger to get more done. Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry. Call clickgrainger.com or stop by one of over 250 branch locations. Dallas set for its first offensive possession. No score, early stage of this opening quarter. Dak Prescott at quarterback today, his 7th career start on Thanksgiving. He is 3-3 on the holiday. Only Brock Purdy entered today with a better completion percentage than his 70% on the year. And he has been on fire over the last month and a half. He'll operate out of the gun empty. Dallas at its own 15, far right hash, going right to left. Tony Pollard motions into the backfield, sidecar right. Lap of each set of hands, fingers, a raise of the hands, augmentation of the play called by Prescott. Quick drop, quick hitter, flings it outside right, caught by Michael Gallup, and he gets swung down after picking up a first down, gets to the 28, a gain of 13. Benjamin St. Juste, who leads the NFC in passes defense with the stick.
Yeah, and all-pro Jonathan Allen, defensive tackle, made a quick move on left guard Tyler Smith. He's in the backfield immediately. Good job by Dak Prescott. Kept his composure, got the ball out to Gallup.
Allen and Payne, the defensive tackle star in this Washington defense. Prescott under center. He only does that 20% of the time this year. Wide receiver motion. Play fake. He loads up. Lock right side. He throws over the middle and is knocked down, flag out. He was looking for C.D. Lamb, but Benjamin St. Juste, the matchup we could see all day, came over the top of his right shoulder to bat the ball away, making hard contact.
C.D. Lamb has become one of the premier wideouts in this league.
Bill Vinovich, our referee.
Prior to the pass, illegal contact. Defense number 25. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
So, John, here's the deal. If they think St. Juice is going to cover him man-to-man all day, it's not going to happen.
Well, the ball gets bumped up to the 33. Tony Pollard in the backfield. Tight end motion, Sean McKeon. Out of the gun, into the belly of Pollard, swinging outside right, gets tripped up and stumbled down at around the 37-yard line, picks up about 4 or 5. That was Jamin Davison on the stop, who started at outside backer, and Cody Barton is back after missing a month with a high ankle starting at the other backer position.
Yeah, he was one of their signings in the offseason away from Seattle. Really good, solid Mike linebacker.
Second down, and called it 6:37. Pollard deep back. Prescott works under center. Takes the snap, deep drop. Pivots, looks, heaves, moonshot down the right side, and overshoots an open C.D. Lamb. He got a couple of strides late on St. Juice, and it was just a touch too long and incomplete.
And that's a mistake by Dak Prescott right there. C.D. Lamb's got 2 to 3 yards on a takeoff route against St. Juice, who cannot run with him. You got to make that throw. Bottom line, in the NFL, that's wide open, and that throw has to be completed.
Well, now it's third down. And called it 5 from the 38. Pollard sidecar right. Prescott out of the gun. Loaded front shown by Washington. Prescott pointing out the defense, hand signaling to his offense. Wide out motion. Pressure comes backside on Prescott. He steps into a throw over the middle, one-on-one. Incomplete. He was looking over the top for Jalen Tolbert, who was matched up with Kendall Fuller, and Tolbert pivoted immediately, looking for a flag that does not come.
Yeah, they brought 5 people, including safety Quan Martin. Pass protection held up pretty well, but there was good coverage by Fuller, and I really don't think that Tolbert is the guy down the field like that. He doesn't run well enough. Good coverage in defensive end.
Scoreless game. Each team forced to punt on its first possession. Brian Anger gets his right cleat into it, shoots it high in the air on the back pedal. Crowder at his own 10, back to his own 4. He's going to try to run this back. And he gets hit by a Cowboy, tripped up and falls down. Flags fly as he got hit right around the 3.
I mean, that's a shame because that special teams player for Dallas, and that was Sam Williams, who's their defensive end, and he's their gunner. Made a great play on the 4-yard line, but grabbed the face mask.
During the return, personal foul, face mask, kicking team number 54, 15-yard penalty, first down.
And Sam Williams is one of the kick blocks for them on the year, but a costly penalty will aid Washington. We have no score, 9:59 to go in the opening quarter, Dallas and Washington. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the street with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Shop Macy's Black Friday specials for amazing deals on gifts they'll love now while supplies last. Like 25% off Nike for him, her, and kids. 75% off fine jewelry. And 10 to 50% off select appliances from Black & Decker, Cuisinart, Instant Pot, and more. Stores are closed today, so shop Black Friday specials at Macy's.com now. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
Time to check the schedule of games coming up on Westwood One, sponsored by Hulu Plus Live TV. Tonight after this game, San Francisco visits Seattle. Tomorrow afternoon, the first Black Friday game, Dolphins visit the Jets. Sunday night, the LA Chargers host the Baltimore Ravens. Monday night, it's Bears and Vikings. Hulu has live sports. Watch football games all season long with over 90 live channels. Get Hulu plus live TV today. Live TV plan required. Restrictions apply. Access content from each service separately and select ESPN Plus content via Hulu. Learn more at Hulu.com. A major penalty that brought us to break. Instead of Washington being pinned at its 3, it has the breathing room relative of its own 18. Scoreless game with 9:59 to go first quarter. The third total possession, the second for Washington left to right.
Interesting, too. The kid that made the penalty and made the play, Sam Williams, is a defensive end. Think about that. How many gunners in the league aren't wide outs or corners? For the most part, none. He's a defensive end, and he's so athletic and fast. They have him at gunner. He's almost unblockable because those little corners and safeties can't handle his size. So he's a height, weight, speed specimen. He's great on teams, and he's developing as a defensive end. He has 4 sacks, and he's getting better and better.
And we'll see what Washington's offense can muster. Brian Robinson Jr., sidecar left to Howell, works on the left hash left to right. Trips near right. Motion right to left from Curtis Samuel. He loops back to the right side. And handoff to Robinson, tries to slither into the teeth of the defense, only earns a yard. Donovan Wilson was there on first contact, 2nd and 9.
Donovan Wilson makes a lot of plays in the box. Strong safety for Dallas. Really good, solid football player.
The Cowboys without Jaron Hurst today. He was doubtful with a back injury. Does that change them at all?
A little bit, especially on he plays tight end, man-to-man coverage in most of their games. So we're going to have to see as the game develops what they do with Logan Thomas in man situations.
They go 4 wide, 2 and 2. Make that tight end left. It is Thomas. Single back right, 2nd and 9. And handoff to Robinson to the left side. And he charges into a trio of Cowboys led by Damone Clark. He rips him down at around the 24, gain of about 5. It'll be 3rd down and 4.
And I love that call. Seems innocuous. 2nd and 9. Why aren't you throwing the ball? You're not throwing the ball because this is one of the most voracious defensive fronts in football. They feed on quarterbacks in 2nd and 9 situations. Run the ball, pick up 4 or 5, get yourself in a manageable 3rd down situation.
3rd down and a short 4. Antonio Gibson is in at running back. They go trips right with Thomas, the inside man, tight end. Howell shotgun, left hash, fades back, 3-step drop, crossing route denied. He's pressured, he's flushed, rolling to his right. He throws on the run, tight to the right sideline. Catch made by Terry McLaurin. His first targeted touch of the day. Gets help.
Couple of things there. Number one, they had 3 guys assigned to number 11, Micah Parsons. Number 2, there was a leakage, and Sam Howell did what he does best, which he trusts his legs. He got out, extended the play, and made a good throw on the sideline to their best offensive player, Terry McLaurin.
First down and 10, ball spotted at the 34. Out of the gun, play fake. And a sidearm flip and an acrobatic catch low below the waist in stride Curtis Samuel, who gets driven out of bounds by Stephon Gilmore. Let's see where they spot it. Looks like a gain of about 6 to the 40-yard line.
Again, another good call on first down. Conservative, got the ball out in the flat. What I liked about Sam Howell that time is he went sidearm. Little sidearm platform to throw it under the defensive end whose hands were up in the air. Really nice throw by Howell.
Mark it at the 39, 2nd and 5. Shotgun, just about everyone tight. Gibson sidecar left. Snap near right hash going left to right, scoreless. Play fake. Thrown out left side, caught in stride by a looping Jahan Dotson, and he gets veered out of play by Deron Bland as he earns midfield. And they're able to pick up the first. COVID-19 can keep you on the sidelines. If you're more likely to get very sick from COVID, ask your doctor if prescription oral treatment is right for you. Visit treatcovid19.com, sponsored by Pfizer. That's a gain of 10. Sam Howell now 5 completions to 5 different wide receivers, Mike.
Yeah, and I like the game plan so far by Eric Bieniemy. The ball's getting out of Sam Howell's hand very quickly.
First down and 10. They marked it at the 49, a yard short of midfield. With the snap coming from the left end of the star. Play fake subtle. Howell charging to his right. On the run, he flings it out. And again, a big-time catch made by Curtis Samuel under great duress. He had Deron Bland all over him, and he's able to catch and tumble down to the ground, a gain of 8. Marquise Bell had the pressure to flush Howell out of the pocket.
Yeah, the guy that really flushed him, though, I mean, Bell was there. They lined Micah Parsons up in the A-gap like a nose tackle. He beat the center and the guard off the ball. Sam Howell realized it immediately, and instead of just dropping back, he reacted by extending the play to the right. He using his legs to buy some time, and made the throw.
Robinson back in, 4 wide, 2 and 2. Second down and 3 at the Dallas 44. Washington driving left to right, scoreless. 6:10 clock rolls first quarter. Shotgun snap, 3-step drop. Quick hitter right side, bobbled and dropped. The easiest catch try. This was from Brian Robinson, the running back, but he could not hold on. He heard the footsteps of Marquise Bell, and hot potato incomplete.
Yeah, Robinson's got to catch that football. He had a drop last week, too, in the flat. I mean, he's got 27 catches coming into today, 3 touchdowns. He catches the ball well out of the backfield. But those are the kind of things, that's a first down. You just drop the first down, and now it's 3rd and 4 or 5, whatever it is.
And that ends the string of 5 straight completions. Gibson is back in, sidecar left, trips left. Out of the gun on the near right hash, 3rd down and 3 at the Dallas 44. Howe with receiver motion. Fades back, he's under big duress. Back foot throw, well short of Terry McLaurin on a crossing route. What pressure from Osi Odigizua, who drove him back right on the snap.
Yeah, Odigizua was a really explosive interior defensive tackle out of UCLA, 3rd-year player, and a 3rd-round pick. And he got up the field quickly, and Washington's offensive line is a little bit at risk, especially inside. He beat Larson and Chris Paul that time.
So another punt try from Tress Way. Cavante Turpin, last year Pro Bowler, averaged 10.5 per punt return. This year it's just under 7. The snap, left-footed kick, shot in the air. Turpin fair catch Way, drifting to his left, just over the 10. Takes a backpedal step in a retreat, brings it in around the 10-yard line, a 34-yard punt. Your score? Scoreless. Dallas and Washington, 5:53 to go in the opening quarter. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
The Black Friday weekend sale begins this Friday at Boot Barn. Visit us in store for savings on top quality pieces. Get up to $40 off cowboy boots for men and women, $20 off select work boots, and select children's boots for under $50. We're closed Thanksgiving Day to spend with family, but we look forward to seeing you Black Friday weekend for our biggest sale of the year. Boot Barn. Unwrap the West.
Black Friday Golden Gable deals are here at Lowe's. Get 20% off select fresh cut Christmas trees and play our instant win game early for a chance to win the $10,000 Lowe's e-gift card grand prize. Trees valid through 11/24. In-store only. Actual tree size and selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. Spin to win. No purchase necessary. Starts 11/24. Ends 11/25 at 4 a.m. Eastern. Residents of 50 USDC, 18 or older, and age majority. Void where prohibited. See official rules at LowesGoldenGable.com/rules. Sponsor Lowe's.
Honey, can you swing by the post office and grab some stamps?
Done.
And drop off these packages?
Sure thing, honey.
Oh, and get the tracking info.
Got it.
But you haven't moved.
I know. How great is that?
This holiday season, the Postal Service is closer than ever with convenient ship-from-home services like label printing, free package pickups, and delivery notifications. You can send more holiday joy from the comfort of home. The United States Postal Service, delivering for America. Ship from home at USPS.com/holidayjoy.
Do you have a game plan for COVID-19? Prescription oral treatments must be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms, even if mild. If you have a high risk factor, ask your doctor if treatment is right for you. Visit treatcovid19.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Feeling great starts with a great shave. And great shaves start with Barbasol Shaving Cream. For whatever your day brings, start it off right with the American original, Barbasol. It's a can of can-do.
Barbasol. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood One, your home for the National Football League.
WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1, New York. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Back in Dallas, happy Thanksgiving. No score, Cowboys Commanders, 5:53 to go first quarter. Cowboys set to drive right to left from their own 10. Their opening possession, Mike, a 13-yard pass on the first play, and then it fizzled despite 2 near-miss home runs.
Yeah, one of them, there was 3 yards of separation for C.D. Lamb. That should have been a touchdown.
Prescott under center, Pollard the deep back. And on the snap, flag splutter as he was about to put it in Pollard's belly. Looked like Zach Martin moved it right guard.
Offense number 70. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
And so the 10th-year pro commits the penalty.
They've committed a lot of high draft picks for their offensive line. I mean, Tyron Smith was a first-round pick in 11. Zach Martin, a first-round pick in 14. Tyler Smith, who I think has a chance to be a premier guard, he was a first-round pick a year ago in 22. And Biotic, the center, was a 4th-round pick. So they've committed resources. They should be good up front.
From the 5, Prescott throwing from his end zone. Over the top, completion to Jake Ferguson, his tight end, right over the heart of the field. In stride north of the 35. Tumbled by Barton at the 40. They get 35 yards and a first down.
Really good read offensively. Cover 2, meaning open middle of the field. The Mike linebacker, Cody Barton, trying to run underneath the tight end, Ferguson. Very small window, and that time, Dak made a throw into a window the size of a bread box. Great throw.
Ferguson second on the team in catches, yards, and touchdowns. Toss play right. Pollard with a lot of real estate. Quickly gets second level, and Cam Curl, the strong safety, gets him right below the hip, drops him just south of the 50. He's able to pick up 9 yards.
Yeah, good job by C.D. Lamb, the wide out on a stalk block on St. Juice. The corner just keep opening up a lane for the running back to turn it up and inside. And I really believe that Pollard's got to get going. And it's a different thing when you're the lead guy. Like when you're a change of pace back, it's one thing. They're asking him to be the lead back, and they haven't gotten as many dynamic plays out of him this year.
From under center, it's a handoff to Pollard. Jump cut, but a hand on him. And Deron Payne showing his strength. With one hand, he slowed him and stumbled him. And that's going to be a loss of 3 as he's dropped back at the 47, 46-yard line.
Yeah, Deron Payne is a load, man. He ran around the center, Biotic, one-armed the tackle. When you're looking at Payne, Jonathan Allen, and Phil Mathis, you're looking at 3 Alabama defensive tackles drafted in the first couple of rounds, and they're hard to block inside. They really are.
3rd and 4 from the 46. They need midfield. 47% on third down, third best in the NFL. 5-step drop, quick hitter on a slant, extending the hands, and a big catch brought in by C.D. Lamb. Benjamin St. Just then drops him at the 46 in Washington territory. Gain of 8, first down. Don't miss all the NFL excitement on NBC tonight when the San Francisco 49ers meet the Seattle Seahawks. Check your local listings for more details. Catch the NFL on NBC. Of course, you can hear that game right here. Many of these same stations, the NFL app, online, WestwoodOneSports.com. 1st and 10 Cowboys now at the Commanders' 46. Rico Dowdle, questionable this week with an ankle, is in for the first time. Out of the gun, play fake. Prescott rolling to his right. He throws. One-handed try by Brandon Cooks. Comes up shy. That was off target with Benjamin St. Just in the area. But he had him with space and separation for at least a good 6-yard gain.
Yeah, and that's just play action. In the old days, you'd call that a bootleg because you're out of shotgun. You ride with the tailback. He doesn't give him the ball. Kind of the zone read. He rolls to his right. Cooks is wide open on a crossing route. You can't miss that throw and catch. That's 2 so far today they've thrown away early in the game.
From under center, toss play to Dowdle. Flag is out. He's got great space. Runs out of a swing down. Second hitter aids him out of bounds, and Percy Butler. He got to right beyond the marker, but the flag came out early before he broke the play.
Offense number 88. 10-yard penalty. Keep second down.
C.D. Lamb.
Yeah, he was trying to crack. Block back on the defensive end, Andre Jones. And they just showed a replay, and to be honest with you, he barely even touched him. It wasn't even a good block, let alone a holding penalty.
So this will back him up to a 2nd and 20. No score. 3:23 clock frozen first quarter. Dowdle remains in at running back. They go out of the gun. They've done that 80% of the time this year. Mike McCarthy calling the plays. From the Dallas 42. 2 wide, nearly stacked to each side. And a flag out. Speed pressure.
Offense number 88. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
There's another penalty on Lamb.
Yeah, it's been a bad 90 seconds or so for C.D. Lamb. I mean, I don't really agree with the holding call, but a wideout should never be offside. You're looking down the line right at the football. You should never, ever be offside.
And here it is. Dowdle back in, 4 penalties, 35 yards. They need to get to the Commanders' 35. Snap coming to Dallas' 39. Movement again, pre-snap. Flagged out, throw over the middle, catch is made, bobbled, settled, and Tolbert holds on, dragged to the ground at around the 43. But the flags came out after that gain of 18. We'll sort it out. Deron Payne was in there.
Ultimately, a really good throw by Dak on a deep in, a dig route, a crossing route by Tolbert. They're talking to Mike McCarthy right now about his options.
It looked like Payne might be the culprit, and the offense is setting up in rhythm for a snap.
Defense number 94. Penalties declined. Third down.
Well, it was on Payne, who's the standout with Allen in the middle of that defensive front.
Big third down here. You're not in field goal distance. You got to extend the drive.
Third down and 6 at the Commander 44. Shotgun snap. Option pitch right for Pollard. He's got blocks. Sees his team. Crashes second level. And gets tackled at around the 30 by Kendall Fuller. They're going to spot him at the 29. A gain of 14. First down.
Yeah, and this is just a crack toss, meaning there's a crackback block, and then the right tackle, Terrence Steele, gets out in front. Steele did a great job knocking the corner right over to the sideline. Pollard cuts back inside, and he gets another big gain on a crack toss play.
They go 3 wide, slot left, tight end right, single back left, snap on the far right hash, 2:20 to go first quarter. Deep drop Prescott, swinging out near left flat for Pollard, makes the first man miss. The second comes and knocks the football free. Was he down? It looked like he was down at around the 23. Jamin Davis was in there on the contact. That would be a gain of 6.
Yeah, I think they're just going to roll him down, which he was.
And they feel the pile, and indeed that's the case. Second down and 4. This is the best rhythm, Mike, we have seen offensively from each team, despite the significant penalty disruptions.
Yeah, they overcame what was the down and distance after the hold? I mean, they had a hold, and then they had an offside. And by the way, that I just saw a replay of that ball. It was close to being a fumble.
Prescott under center. Everyone tight. Tight end motion at Ferguson. Toss to Dowdle. Rolling to the right side. He's got an escort from his tight end and gets lassoed by the probing Khalid Hudson. Swings him down at the 16. It'll be a gain of about 6. Later on, we'll select the defender of the game, sponsored by Navy Federal Credit Union, proudly serving the armed forces, the DoD, veterans, and their families. Learn more at NavyFederal.org. So that is good for a first down. Mark it at the just north of the 15-yard line, 1st and 10. Dowdle back in. They have vacillated between Pollard and Dowdle. The run game has been supreme on this drive. Communication between Dowdle and Prescott, who nestles up under center of Biotish. And now we might get a timeout here, it looks like.
First charge timeout, Dallas.
The Cowboys called a timeout. Stream the NFL on Westwood One for free. Sponsored by AutoZone. All season long, you can listen to our broadcast of the NFL live on WestwoodOneSports.com, on the NFL app, by asking Alexa to open Westwood One Sports, or on our affiliate stations' digital platforms. Make AutoZone your end zone. Check engine light on. Get it checked with the free AutoZone Fix Finder service. Get in the zone. AutoZone. Restrictions apply. Now, the Cowboys have been dynamite at home, Mike. They have won 12 straight home games, the longest active home streak in the NFL, the second longest in their history, trailing only the 18-gamer that straddled 1979 to 81.
Well, they better be real good, because after this game, they got Seattle next Thursday night and Philly coming in the following week. So back-to-back, they got Bears coming up. They need to take care of business, and then they got 2 big games coming up at home.
Well, red zone look here. No score, final minute of the opening quarter. Shotgun, slot left. Snap on the far right hash. Safety spade back pre-snap. Play fake sold well. Prescott one-on-one. Launches right corner end zone. Tipped away. He was looking for Lamb, but there was St. Juice, who got a touch deeper and got a hand on the descending football. Batted down.
Runs a fade against press coverage. That's one where Dak Prescott tries to keep the safety in the middle of the field, anticipating one-on-one. But a heck of a job by St. Juice staying over top of CeeDee Lamb. There was no separation and no chance to make a catch.
Second down and 10. Dowdle sidecar right. 4 wide, 2 and 2. Shotgun snap for Prescott. He fades back. Backside pressure. Blocks hold up. He swings it that way to Dowdle. Makes a man miss to the 10. To the 5. End zone. Extending the football as he breaks the play. Rico Dowdle's second receiving score of the year. 46 seconds to go in the opening quarter. And Dallas strikes first. 6-0 Cowboys.
It is electric in here right now. It's a screen pass to Dowdle. All-pro guard Zach Martin gets out in front. He kicks out the corner. Then Biotish gets the safety. Nobody got within 5 yards of touching the running back on the screen, Dowdle.
Well, Brandon Aubrey has been perfect on field goals, has missed a couple of extra points. The unique 28-year-old rookie. Clean snap and spot. Right-footed kick is on the way, and it's good. Your score, 46 seconds remain in the opening quarter. The Dallas Cowboys 7, the Washington Commanders 0. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
We all love to follow the pros. And when it comes to selling online, the pros trust Shopify. New Era, Auburn, Untuckit, Skims, even Mattel. They all sell with Shopify because Shopify has the best converting checkout on the planet. And it's not just the big brands. Millions of businesses are boosting their sales with the same legendary Shopify checkout. Start selling like the pros and sell with Shopify. Start your $1 a month trial today at shopify.com/football.
Jim Rome here. Dallas Black Friday event is their biggest sale of the year. Shop limited time deals on laptops like the stylish, innovative XPS 13, engineered to do it all on the Intel Evo platform. Plus, save big on ultra-shot monitors and top brand accessories. It is the perfect time to upgrade any home, business, or gaming setup powered by Intel Core processors. So shop now at Dell.com/deals to take advantage of huge savings and free shipping. Once again, Dell.com/deals.
BetMGM is giving you a chance to be a part of the big game. Place at least $100 on Pro Football Bets Weekly. Enter for a chance to win the ultimate trip to Vegas and 2 tickets to attend the big game. Must go to BetMGM.com/touchdown in Vegas for full terms and conditions, including a free alternate method of entry. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York. New and existing customer offer. All promotions subject to qualification and eligibility requirements. Rewards issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets. Bonus bets expire 7 days from issuance. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, help is available. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to gamble responsibly. Visit the BetMGM GameSense website at mgmresorts.com/GameSense for information on setting limits, guidance on odds and probability, and resources for problem gambling support. Plus, you can learn strategies and get tips on how to gamble more responsibly, discover the symptoms of problem gambling, and find out whom to call if you need help anytime, anywhere. Stay safe and have fun with BetMGM and GameSense. Please gamble responsibly.
46 seconds to go, first quarter. Dallas 7, Washington nothing. We check the drive summary. Sponsored by Macy's. Don't miss Macy's Black Friday specials while supplies last, like Nike gear, fine jewelry, and select kitchen appliances. Stores are closed Thanksgiving Day, so shop Black Friday deals at Macy's.com. 11 plays, 90 yards, 5 minutes, 7 seconds. The payoff, 15-yard catch by Rico Dowdle, but Mike Mayock, a big conversion in that time.
Yeah, it's rare in this league that you go 90 yards when you had a 2nd and 25 in that drive, and they survived that with a pass to Tolbert, made it 3rd and 7, and 3rd and 7, you'd think they'd throw the ball. They ran toss sweep, and running back Pollard went 14 yards to extend the drive, and they finished it off with the screen. Really impressive drive.
Dak Prescott 5 of 7 on the drive, 82 yards and the TD. Aubrey to kick right to left after the opening score. Pringle says not even going to give it a shot. It's well over his head. Whistles to the rear white of the end zone. Another touchback. Every Westwood One football broadcast this season is once again available on all Alexa-enabled devices. Just say Open Westwood One Sports, and you'll be taken straight to the action. That's Open Westwood One Sports to listen on Alexa. Well, both Washington drives have halted at the Dallas 44. Here's a chance to begin at Washington's own 25. What have you seen from the Commanders' offense?
Conservative play calling, which I like, an ability to run the ball, but most importantly, they've identified number 11, Micah Parsons, and they've gotten the ball out quickly from Sam Howell.
3 wide, tight end, wing left. Robinson, the deep back, under center Howell, near right hash. Hand off to Robinson. He has nothing. Surrounded and pounded to Bone Clark. The first to bear hug him and drag him down at the line of scrimmage. No gain. Some chippiness thereafter with some shoving and trash talking.
The NFC East. Thanksgiving Day. What do you want?
A long-time rivalry, but two teams in very divergent directions. This Cowboy team that has pummeled bad teams, trying to separate itself as one of the elite once again, while Washington feels like treading water in the wake of the 6-turnover massacre last week and losses in 7 of 9.
Yeah, but they've played well against good teams, and I think that's what they're hoping for today.
Final seconds of this opening quarter. Out of the gun, play fake, roll right. Howell looking. It's covered well. He throws underneath and short, incomplete. Looking for McLaurin, hand on the ball from Damone Clark, helped to deflect it en route.
Good coverage by Stephon Gilmore, which I thought was a heck of a trade, a really good pickup in the offseason. They get Gilmore from Indianapolis for a 5th-round pick, and then all of a sudden Trayvon Diggs goes down, and Deron Bland becomes one of the best young corners in football. Stephon Gilmore on the other side, and they don't miss a beat. So a really good job by the Dallas front office picking up Gilmore in the offseason.
Only 1 second left opening quarter. Gibson the deep back. Howell at one point was 5 for 5. 3 straight incompletions have followed. It's 3rd and 10. Washington from its own 25, 7-0 Cowboys. Blitz is on. Backside pressure. He hit as he throws. He lobs it out. It's caught. In stride. Curtis Samuel put his hand down to steer himself in balance, looping to the left, and hops out of play under duress over midfield. Picks up 30 yards. Malik Hooker was in there.
Yeah, Marcus Lawrence beat the guard and hits the quarterback immediately. Great job by Howell stepping in and making the throw under duress.
And so that big 30-yard completion brings us to the close of the opening quarter. Your score, Dallas 7, Washington 0. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Selling online is a lot like football. You need guts. You need stamina. You need conversion. And Shopify is the best converting checkout on the planet. Now, we're not just talking 2-point conversion. Shopify's checkout converts up to 36% better than other leading e-commerce platforms. So whether you're just starting out or scaling up, score more sales with Shopify. Start your $1-a-month trial today at shopify.com/football.
I know a lot of you really want the State Farm personal price plan. But what's with the oversharing? Like this voicemail from Leah.
Jake from State Farm. Listen, so sometimes I like to nibble on licorice and pretend I'm a teeny mouse, chewing through wires.
You don't need to get that personal. The State Farm personal price plan helps you create an affordable price just for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today. Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
That's the ease at which you get information. You want it, you get it. Like that. Ask your phone. Group chat. Smartphone. You're always connected and informed in real time. No waiting. So if you're diabetic and still using finger sticks to read your blood sugar, what are you waiting for? Knowing your blood sugar levels instantly is important for managing diabetes. Call US Med at 888-665-0577 to learn more about continuous glucose monitors, a real-time instant method to track your blood glucose. US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 1,000 private insurers. And the best part? Call 888-665-0577 and we'll give you a free insurance benefits check today. So call 888-665-0577 today. That's 888-665-0577 and manage your diabetes as easy as...
Welcome back to Dallas, along with Mike Mayock. I'm John Sadak. Our score, the Cowboys 7, the Commanders 0. The start of the second quarter, sponsored by Prize Picks, the #1 daily fantasy sports app. Ready to test your skills? Join the Prize Picks community. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details. So the Commanders, with a big 30-yard conversion, now operate at the Dallas 45, 1st and 10 to begin the second quarter. What have you seen in Sam Howell on the season and the day?
That play that we just talked about, the 30-yard gain, to me is emblematic of how tough a kid he is. DeMarcus Lawrence was lined up against their left guard, Chris Paul. He beat him immediately. It was a crossing route that takes a little time. He stood in, he took a hit, and he delivered the ball on the money. It's impressive, and you earn respect from your coaches and teammates with that.
Wide receiver motions out. De'Ami Brown had been backfield to go empty out of the gun at 1st and 10. Pat the football. Quick hitter on a slant right side. Twisting reception by Jahan Dotson, whose spin move makes the first hitter miss. Damone Clark helps get him on the ground after he picks up a dozen.
Nice job spreading the ball around. Dotson. Samuel's got 3 catches. Robinson's got 1 catch with a drop. Gibson's got a catch. Terry McLaurin is one of my favorite players in this entire league, and I'd love to see them get him involved.
Ball at the Dallas 33. Howell and company trying to deadlock the day. Robinson in the backfield. Snap on the far right hash going right to left. Right foot in the air and down. Delayed handoff goes to Robinson. Hole opens late. He cuts through. Jump cut against the man. Bear hug and denied forward progress at the 20. As Torrance Armstrong got him set for a suplex. Malik Hooker was there as well. That's a gain of 13. Another first down.
Yeah, they rode linebacker Damone Clark right out of the hole. And they had a double team at the point of attack. They rode Clark about 8 yards up the field. Robinson didn't even get touched for 10 yards.
And And whistles glare. Looks like there is a down man for the Cowboys. No, it is a commander.
There's a Cowboy down.
Blocked from our view by the surrounding. Yes, it is the Dallas training staff at around the 20-yard line. So with 13:51 to go in the second quarter, Dallas 7, Commanders nothing. We'll give you details as we have them. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Dell's Black Friday event is their biggest sale of the year. Shop limited time deals on laptops like the stylish, innovative XPS 13, engineered to do it all on the Intel Evo platform. Plus, save big on ultra-sharp monitors and top brand accessories. It's the perfect time to upgrade any home, business, or gaming setup powered by Intel Core processors. Shop now at Dell.com/deals to take advantage of huge savings and free shipping. Again, that's Dell.com/deals.
Hey, you. The one on the couch who just told your friend you can't go out because you're busy? Ready to get real about your psoriasis? When your current treatments don't do enough to help control the inflammation beneath the skin, causing plaques and pain, stressing and scratching, it's time to stop hiding and get real with your dermatologist so they can help you get clear. Get real clear about psoriasis at letsgetrealclear.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
O'Reilly. See better and drive safer with new bulbs from O'Reilly Auto Parts. Get a better view of the road and save. Receive a $15 O'Reilly gift card after rebate plus 2 times O Rewards points with the purchase of Sylvania Silver Star Ultra or select ZXE Twin Pack bulbs. Replace your old bulbs and see better. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts or O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
The $990,000 MGM Very Vegas giveaway is going on now through December 30th at Empire City Casino. Up to 900 lucky players will win a share of $990,000 in cash. Free play, trips to Mandalay Bay, Park MGM, the Cosmopolitan of Las Vegas, and 2 brand new Chevy Traverses. Drawings are Saturdays in November and December from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. You could be the next Vegas VIP. Game on! Must be 18 years of age or older to play New York Lottery games. Please play responsibly.
Listen to Boomer and Gio, 6 to 10 a.m. on The Fan.
Welcome back to the Grainger broadcast booth at AT&T Stadium, along with Mike Mayock. I'm John Sadak. For the ones who get it done, there's Grainger, offering over 1 million industrial-grade products, fast delivery, and free technical support. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. 7-0 Cowboys lead the Commanders. Washington on the drive. Early stage second quarter, set up at the Dallas 20. It's first down and 10, a Commander club that is top 10 in red zone scoring in the NFL. They get touchdowns almost 60% of the time.
Yeah, in a season where their numbers are not real good, they throw the ball a lot, but when they get in the red zone, they've done a good job. They're number 10 in the league.
56 yards on their last 3 plays to get to this point. Total yards separated by 1. Dallas 127, Washington 126. Shotgun snap, handoff Robinson, and right there to latch on as the ball hits his belly. He gets drugged down for a half-yard gain to the 19.5 by Dorrance Armstrong.
Really solid player, Dorrance Armstrong. They're trying to run just kind of an outside zone, and he comes underneath the guard, the right guard, Sam Cosmi, makes the play in the backfield. Might have got dragged for yards, so it wasn't a loss, but a really good play by Dorrance Armstrong.
Well, Robinson again, sidecar left, officially second and 10. A little less than half a yard gain there. Thomas motion sets up wing left. Shotgun snap, play fake, pressure, throwing to Robinson, gets hammered. As soon as he catches the ball, Damone Clark pops him. Driving pressure into the backfield by Odigizua yet again. Second time he has gotten to Howe, who barely got that pass off. That's going to be a loss of 8 as it gets spotted back at the 27.
Odigizua is so explosive. They're trying to set up a little bit of a screen, but you got to slow down these guys a little bit. Chris Paul, the left guard, did not get a good enough piece to slow him down. Odigizua just sprinted to the quarterback. Here's a big play right here.
Third down and 17 from the 27. They need to get to the 10.
Yeah, but you can't have a penalty or a sack. You can't give up your field goal position here either.
Overload on the far side. Pressure comes. It holds up. Crossing route. Catch made across left to right at the 25. Brought in by the tight end Logan Thomas. It's only 2 yards. Wanye Thomas with the tackle. Field goal unit trots out.
You talked earlier, John, about Jaron Kearse not being available today. He's the guy that covers tight end. Wanye Thomas has been taking over those duties today. That was really good coverage on a crossing route. And to your point, he only picked up 2 yards.
43-yard attempt from Joey Sly, right to left. Off the near left hash. He is 16 of 20 on field goal tries this year to get the Commanders on the board. Snap and spot, right footed kick is on the way. It's got plenty of leg, and it is good. So Sly connects from 43 yards out. It's now 7-3. The Dallas lead, 11:27 to go in the second quarter. A reminder that for every field goal made this afternoon and throughout the remainder of the season, Barbasol will make a donation to Kurt and Brenda Warner's Treasure House, a living community for adults with disabilities. Barbasol Shaving Cream, an American original for over 100 years. Close Shave America, Close Shave Barbasol. Our score, Dallas 7, Washington 3. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
I got to change the oil in my car.
Right now, get 5 quarts of Pennzoil Platinum Full Synthetic with an STP Extended Life Oil Filter for only $36.99.
What do I do with my old oil?
We can recycle your used oil for free.
And do you have oil for my old work truck?
You can find the right high-mileage oil to help it go farther right here at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Shop Macy's Black Friday specials for amazing deals on gifts they'll love now while supplies last. Like 25% off Nike for him, her, and kids. 75% off fine jewelry. And 10 to 50% off select appliances from Black & Decker, Cuisinart, Instant Pot, and more. Stores are closed today, so shop Black Friday specials at Macy's.com now. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
Black Friday Golden Gable deals are here at Lowe's. Get 20% off select fresh cut Christmas trees and play our instant win game early for a chance to win the $10,000 Lowe's e-gift card grand prize. Trees valid through 11/24. In-store only. Actual tree size and selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. Spin to win. No purchase necessary. Starts 11/24. Ends 11/25 at 4 a.m. Eastern. Residents of 50 U.S. D.C. 18 or older and age majority. Void where prohibited. See official rules at Lowe'sGoldenGable.com/rules. Sponsor Lowe's.
Next week, NFL players are wearing customized cleats in honor of the causes they support. Through My Cleats, My Cause. Visit NFL.com/MyCleats, My Cause, My Cleats to hear player stories, bid on their custom cleats for charity, and learn more about how they're making a difference in their communities. That is NFL.com/MyCause, So the Commanders just got on the board. 43-yard field goal made by Joey Sly. 9-play, 50-yard drive consumed 4 minutes and 19 seconds on the drive. Howell completed his last 4 passes. They overcame Mike a 3rd and 10 at their own 25.
Yeah, and again, highlighting the fact that he took a smack in the face to deliver the football on the crossing route to Samuel. Those are the kind of things you're looking for your quarterback. And I'll tell you what, it remains to be seen whether he's a starting level quarterback, a franchise quarterback, a backup quarterback, but he has earned the trust and respect in that locker room.
Joey Sly to kick has not seen a kick return all year. 49 touchbacks, a couple of onside tries. This one booted. Cavante Turpin says let it go, and it goes way deep in the end zone for a touchback. COVID-19 can keep you on the sidelines. So if you're more likely to get very sick from COVID, ask your doctor if prescription oral treatment is right for you. Visit COVID19.com, sponsored by Pfizer. Now the Cowboys back to the field, 11:27 to go, second quarter. Dallas 7, Washington 3. Snap on the near right hash going left to right with Prescott out of the gun. Tony Pollard is the deep back, everyone tight. Cooks the wide out motion right to left. He sets up outside Lamb left, looking left on the drop. Prescott checks down, flings it over the middle to Pollard, makes a lunging grab just south of the 30. And then Cody Barton leaps on top of him at the 29, gain of 4.
I think, not to overdo it, but this is kind of an important series for Washington. You just let them go 11 plays, 90 yards, score a touchdown when you had them 2nd and 25. You know, you've got to, I think, reestablish the line of scrimmage and not let them walk all over you on this drive.
2nd and 6 from the 29. Receiver motion. Cooks outside left. Play fake to Pollard. Prescott steps up. He has a ton of space. He pumps, he runs, sprints and slides. Slid down just south of the 40 of the 39. That's a gain of 10 and good for a first down. Big block by Tony Pollard there.
I think the last 4 or 5 games of the year, that's what Dak Prescott has done so impressively, and that is when the pocket starts to break down or he can't find a receiver, he slides, he moves in the pocket, his eyes stay up. He's got an ability to run the ball if he wants to, or he can throw it downfield. That was an intelligent scramble that picked up a first down.
First and 10 from the 39. Over the middle, he goes to a tight end. Schoonmaker out of an ankle grab, and it's the second hitter at the Washington 49, Cam Curl, who finally brings him down to the ground after a gain of a dozen first downs.
Schoonmaker's a second-round pick this past season from Michigan, and I think they want to get him more involved. Jake Ferguson's done a great job. Schoonmaker last week had a touchdown catch right down the seam. He's a big, long, athletic kid that can catch the football.
Their 6th grab of the year, under center, one deep back, and the handoff goes to Pollard off the right side, driving off tackle into a sea of white and burgundy, led by Cody Barton. Gets stymied at around the 47, gain of a couple, 2nd and 8.
Yeah, he's getting about 18 touches a game. He's the premier guy, and John, when they had Zeke Elliott here, Zeke took a lot of those carries, those inside type of carries. He came in as the change of pace guy, Pollard. Now they're asking him to carry the load. There haven't been as many disruptive plays, and they've got to figure out a way to get him in space.
Lifty is subbed in as essentially a fullback, offset eye after motion from under center. Prescott, 3-step drop, finds Lamb, who has space outside right, weaving to the right hash, strings up 16 yards before Cam Curl tackles him at the 31. It's another first down.
Yeah, St. Jude's was way off him. Outside leverage. Lamb just ran a quick slant. And the great thing about CeeDee Lamb, there's a lot of great things, but aside from being a great route runner and everything else, once the ball's in his hands, he's special. If you've ever seen him on a punt return, you know why.
Double tight end, couple of running backs. Pollard nestled sidecar right, working out of the gun. First down to 10 at the Washington 31. Handoff fake. Back foot throw. Long launch. Wide open. End zone. Touchdown. Brandon Cooks. The left third. He made the grab as he hops in. Benjamin St. Jude's Percy Butler. We're trailing in retreat. It's 13-3. 8:27 to go in the second quarter.
Very impressive call by Mike McCarthy. He moved the pocket to the right. So Dak's moving to the right. Brandon Cooks is in the slot to the right, and it looks like he's going to run to the corner, to the pylon. But instead of doing that, he had Benjamin St. Just on him. He was literally double-teamed. He took him to the corner and then back the other way, all the way across the field, and he beat double coverage, wide open, great throw by Dak.
Brandon Aldridge, point after, snap spot kick is in the air and good. And the electric 31-yard touchdown to Brandon Cooks. 8:27 to go in this first half. It is Dallas 14, Washington 3. You're listening to the NFL on Western One.
I know a lot of you really want the State Farm personal price plan, but what's with the oversharing? Like this voicemail from Leah.
Jake from State Farm. Listen, so sometimes I like to nibble on licorice and pretend I'm a teeny mouse, chewing through wires.
You don't need to get that personal. The State Farm personal price plan helps you create an affordable price just for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Black Friday is almost here. Gear up for the holiday season with the largest selection of officially licensed NFL gear at NFLshop.com. Jerseys, t-shirts, headwear, and more from all your favorite brands. We've got it all. NFL Shop is the ultimate gifting destination for everyone on your list. Show off your team pride this holiday season with styles fit for the whole family. To shop now, go to NFLshop.com.
Your morning shave with Barbasol is a time for self-reflection. Look in that mirror and ask yourself, can I make a real difference in this world? Of course you can. Just not today. There's football on. Barbasol. It's a can of can-do.
Do you have a game plan for COVID-19? Prescription oral treatments must be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms, even if mild. If you have a high risk factor, ask your doctor if treatment is right for you. Visit treatcovid19.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
A reminder, join us Saturday, December the 9th, Westwood One's exclusive coverage of the Army-Navy game presented by USAA. Yours truly, alongside Ross Tucker, Tina Cervasio, will bring you all the tradition, pageantry, and excitement this year from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Massachusetts. It's the 124th Army-Navy game presented by USAA. It's at 2 p.m. Eastern Time right here on most of these same Westwood One stations. For more information or to listen to the live stream for free, log on to WestwoodOneSports.com. Mike, you and I had the chance to call that game side by side for many years. What a special, outstanding bucket list experience.
If you've got a patriotic bone in your body, it is the best game of the year every year. I don't care what the records are. John Feinstein wrote a book called A Civil War years ago about the Army-Navy football game. It's an awesome book, and you get a flavor for how much the game means, how hard they compete against each other. But, John, get chill bumps after the game when they do each other's alma mater with their arms around each other. It's a special, it goes beyond any football game.
And if you can't be there in person, we invite you to join us here on Westwood One. Cowboys to kick left to right as Sun spills in the windows opposite the kick. It's booted more than deep enough by Aubrey. No chance for Pringle to return. Another touchback. So now the pressure is on the Commanders, Mike. You and I were speaking some at break. It's only 14-3, but it's not, right? Because of how pronounced this Dallas attack can be against inferior foes and Washington's need to hang with them.
We just talked about how important that last series was for Washington to get a stop, and they didn't. Instead, they give up a big chunk play, which they've done all season long. Huge chunk plays, touchdown, 31-yard catch. Now it's 14-3, and you're in danger of the better team, Dallas, creating a big differential, and then you become one-dimensional. You've got to score a touchdown or, at worst, a field goal here and keep this thing doable.
Howell out of a gun, Robinson to the backfield. 1st and 10 from the 25. Deep drop, past the football, flings it deep down the near left sideline, looking for McLaurin. Timing a touch off to Ron Bland. Coverage overshot incomplete into the sideline white.
How about this kid, Deron Bland? I mean, 5th round out of Fresno a year ago. He had 5 picks a year ago. Started 8 games, both inside and outside. 6 picks this year. 4 of them are pick sixes. And the kid was a 5th round guy that nobody knew anything about.
The most impactful DB perhaps in the league this year. Robinson to the backfield again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Howell out of the gun, 3-step drop, looking, checks down, finds his tight end Logan Thomas, who spins and roars upfield, bulldozing a pass to the 38. Rashaan Evans took him out there to pick up a 13 yards, first down.
Yeah, Sam Howell's very comfortable with Logan Thomas. He came into the game with 43 catches, and I think Howell likes his dependability. He knows where he's going to be and when he's going to be there, and he's a highly athletic kid.
Big target, 6'6", 250. Howell under center here, 1st and 10. Washington at its own 38, down 14-3. Handoff. Robinson tried to cut back, but into the clutches of a Cowboy. It was Damone Clark trying to rip the football free with late help from Deron Bland. He gets clipped down at the 41. It's a gain of about 3. Tomorrow, don't miss all the NFL action. The first ever Black Friday game on Amazon Prime Video. Dolphins meet the New York Jets. You can also hear that Black Friday game right here. Begins at 2:30 p.m. Eastern. Many of these same stations. The NFL app, online, WestwoodOneSports.com. 2nd and 7, Washington at its 41. Gibson is checked in at running back. Tight end motion, John Bates to the far right. Howell from under center. And the handoff goes to Gibson. Has a hole that collapses quickly, and he sprints into the arms of Damone Clark. He spills him down after a pickup of 6 to the 47. Donovan Wilson was in there as well, and that's going to be 3rd down and a yard.
This is where Sam Howell can be dangerous because he's so athletic. I remember watching him at North Carolina, and even though they weren't a real good football team as last year, he ran the ball more than any quarterback in the country into tough boxes, into tough situations. And I think this is one of those things, 3rd and 1, they're going to go empty. They got a back in there. He's got an opportunity, if they don't hand it off, to use his legs to extend the play.
3rd and 1, play fake, pass the football, check down, pass incomplete, flags out. He was looking for Curtis Samuel. Donovan Wilson was there, and the flailing hand of Samuel beckoned the flag that quickly followed.
Yeah, I think the quarterback, Howell, knew that was going to be pass interference. It was tight coverage. Donovan Wilson.
Pass interference. Defense number 6. Butt foul. Automatic first down.
That's a big play. Washington needed that. 3rd and 1. They go play action to Brian Robinson, and they try and hit on the quick crossing route against man coverage, and they get Wilson for a hold.
And Brian Robinson is down and being tended to by the athletic training staff. He is surrounded by trainers with his back down to the ground at the 45. With the score, Dallas 14, Commanders 3, 6:16 to go first half, and time out of the field. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Black Friday is now a game day. The Dolphins take on the Jets in the first ever Black Friday NFL game. Stream for free only on Prime. Black Friday football. Dolphins versus Jets on the day after Thanksgiving. Coverage begins at 1:30 p.m. Eastern. Only on Prime. Restrictions apply. See Amazon.com/watch Black Friday football for details. Sponsored by the NFL.
Serious, look who just figured out how to find my Medicare plan options. Just typed in my zip code and boom.
This is not just a search tool. Look at you go, Mom. This is Walgreens making it easy to find a Medicare plan with low-cost copays. During open enrollment, use Walgreens Find RX coverage to help you find the right Medicare plan for you. This is being independent. Together. Walgreens.
Jim Rome here. Dallas Black Friday event is their biggest sale of the year. Shop limited time deals on laptops like the stylish, innovative XPS 13, engineered to do it all on the Intel Evo platform. Plus, save big on ultra-shot monitors and top brand accessories. It is the perfect time to upgrade any home, business, or gaming setup powered by Intel Core processors. So shop now at Dell.com/deals to take advantage of huge savings and free shipping. Once again, Dell.com/deals.
iPhone 15 Pro on Verizon. Black Friday starts now. Trade in any iPhone in any condition for the new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium and iPad and Apple Watch SE. All on us with Unlimited Ultimate. Go to your local Verizon store now. iPhone requires Unlimited Ultimate plan first. Service plan required for iPad and Apple Watch. $999.99 device payment or full retail purchase with new smartphone line required first. Less $1,000 trade-in/promo credit. Up to $459.99 device payment purchase with new line on eligible plan required for Apple Watch or iPad. Less up to $459.99 promo credit per device applied. 0% APR. Additional terms and conditions apply.
A reminder, stay with us for the Thanksgiving Day NFL Halftime Report on Westwood One, sponsored by Wendy's. Scott Graham will recap the opener of the triple header, the touchdown victory by the Packers over the Lions. You'll also hear Tyreek Hill of the Dolphins previewing the Black Friday game. Head your way to the Wendy's Halftime Report. Wendy's breakfast, 2 for $3. Big Eat bundles are here, limited time only during breakfast hours. Well, the early makings of a gorgeous sunset spill in from the windows way atop the end zone to the far right of the field. Commanders driving right to left. Dallas a gaudy 14-3 lead. 6:16 to go second quarter. Brian Robinson banged up on the last play. Was pointing at his left foot, ankle, and shin area as they go empty with Howell out of the gun. First down and 10. Ball spotted at midfield at the 50. Howell on the near left hash. Quick hitter. Flings it to the flat right. Catch made, sprint up, 45, undercut, and spilled down at around the 42, a gain of about 8. Malik Hooker was in there on the contact against Curtis Samuel.
Doing a really good job of getting Curtis Samuel involved in this offense and keeping Micah Parsons at bay. Quick screen out to the right side. Samuel with his 4th catch of the day. Good job.
Howell 12 of 17, 119 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. He had 3 picks, part of 6 turnovers for the Commanders last week in their loss against the Giants.
Yeah, it was an ugly tape. They had 5 turnovers on offense and 1 on special teams, and they still had a chance to win with 1:49 left.
From under center, handoff to Gibson. Jump cut to his right. He goes right into the teeth of the Dallas defense. There was Jonathan Hankins, 6'3", 325, just swallowed him up at the 40-yard line, gain of a little more than 2.
Big Hank just keeps getting it done, man. 11 years in the league. He's 31 years old. As I said earlier, you know what you're getting when you sign Jonathan Hankins. You get a big physical presence in the middle, great in the locker room, tough kid. Hard to run, hard to move him in the middle of that defense.
And they do spot it at the 40. That was good for a first and 10. Gibson again, the deep back, no Robinson yet. Parsons set up on the near side of the field. Play fake. Howe is harassed. Flag flies. He gets hit as he throws. Long launch near left, and it's overshot. Incomplete as he was looking for De'Ami Brown, but pressure in the backfield from Dante Fowler.
Offside. Defense number 56.
And it is
Line up
Fowler.
in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. Deep first down.
That's a break. I thought they were going to get Logan Thomas on a hold on Fowler, so that's a break for Washington. They got him lined up in the neutral zone. We just saw a replay, and it was a good call.
One penalty at Washington for 5 yards. That's now 6 on Dallas for 43 yards. Cowboys on the season, second most penalties in the NFL. Almost 7.5 per game. They're nearly there now. 4:50 to go second quarter. Howell out of the gun. Robinson back inside, car right. First down at 5 from the 35 with a penalty. Do they take a shot? Howell instead trying to hand it off, and hard pressure comes. He gets popped by Fowler. He never had the chance to hand it off. He massacred Robinson and then delivered the hit on Howell. He is down back at the 41. It's a loss of 7.
Fowler came in untouched off the edge at the mesh point where the quarterback has the ball in the belly of Robinson for an inside zone run. The quarterback pulled it out because Fowler was already there, and Fowler took him down too.
The most violent hit of the day, and the biggest energy outside of the scoring play from this crowd. 14-3 Dallas. Washington on the drive, second and 11 at the Dallas 41. Shotgun snap, far hash, trips near left. Robinson running back right. The snap, Howell drops back, pats the ball, throw, catch made by his primary target, Terry McLaurin, as he crossed it around the 30, got taken out by Deron Bland at the 29, able to pick up about a dozen yards.
Two things on that play. One, good slant route run by McLaurin, solid hands, moved the chains. But number two, Charles Leno, the left tackle, one of the few times he's been one-on-one with Micah Parsons. He punched him right in the chest and almost knocked him down with a heavy punch, and that gave Howell plenty of time to get the ball out.
Able to pick up the first down. Robinson remains in. Tight end motion. Tighter to the line. Wing left. Out of the gun near hash. Howell the shotgun snap. Hands it off to Robinson, and there is no space. The entire Dallas defense, so Diggy Zula, that front, is right there to deny. No gain at the 29. A reminder, you can watch NFL Network and Westwood One announcers Rich Eisen and Kurt Warner, Sundays, 9 a.m. Eastern on NFL Game Day morning, only on NFL Network. So we approach 3 minutes, second quarter, second and 10, Washington. It's 14-3, Dallas. Are there any plays that you're seeing working? Is there anything you want to see Washington do here?
Well, again, it's third and 10? Second and 10. I think they'll still be conservative.
Play fake. Howell rolling to his right. Checks down, throws against the grain, off the hands of his target. Curtis Samuel incomplete. Deron Bland was in tight coverage, and he tried to throw slightly across his body in the middle of a hard sprint.
Yeah, I would have liked Howell to continue that and take the ball. I think he could have picked up 4 or 5 yards pretty easily. He tried to throw it, to your point, back across his body and kind of back shoulder it, and the coverage was outstanding by Bland.
The average yard a game on third down for Washington today is almost 12. Yeah. It is third and 10.
That's tough sledding against anybody, let alone this defense led by number 11, Mr. Parsons.
Gibson in the backfield. Howell swirl all around at the Dallas 29. Shotgun snap. Fading. Pressure. Stepping up. Howell sprinting to his left. Throws on the run. Catch made inside of the 15 by Jahan Dotson. He took the harm and got dropped by Deron Bland after he picks up 15 yards and the first down to the 14-yard line.
That was all Sam Howell. That was impressive for a young quarterback. They double team 11 Parsons. There's pressure. He keeps his eyes up, steps up into the pocket and through to his left, buys some time and finds Dotson breaking to the sideline and hits him right in the jersey. That was really impressive by the quarterback, Howell.
And so they're going to let the second fade to the warning. They set up the huddle and work the clock. And Bill Vinovich gives word we have reached the 2-minute warning, sponsored by First Alert. Help protect your home and family by installing First Alert smoke and carbon monoxide alarms on every level and in every bedroom of your home. Protect your moments with safety you can trust by visiting firstalert.com. Your score, Dallas 14, Washington 3. 2 minutes remain in the opening half. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
family, your moments. First Alert is reminding you to be prepared and install smoke and carbon monoxide alarms on every level in every bedroom of your home. Don't forget to add First Alert fire extinguishers on every level, plus the kitchen, and know how to use them. Protect your moments and your home with safety you can trust by visiting firstalert.com and Lowe's stores today.
Black Friday Golden Gable deals are here at Lowe's. Get 20% off select fresh cut Christmas trees and play our instant win game early for a chance to win the $10,000 Lowe's e-gift card grand prize. Trees valid through 11/24. In-store only. Actual tree size and selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. Spin to win. No purchase necessary. Starts 11/24. Ends 11/25 at 4 a.m. Eastern. Residents of 50 USDC, 18 or older, and age majority. Void where prohibited. See official rules at Lowe'sGoldenGable.com/rules. Sponsor Lowe's.
The Black Friday weekend sale begins this Friday at Boot Barn. Visit us in store for savings on top quality pieces. Get up to $40 off cowboy boots for men and women. $20 off select work boots and select children's boots for under $50. We're closed Thanksgiving Day to spend with family, but we look forward to seeing you Black Friday weekend for our biggest sale of the year. Boot Barn. Unwrap the West.
If you're like most people, you've had your fair share of financial questions. Questions like, can I afford my son's travel hockey team? What if my daughter doesn't get that soccer scholarship? Will I be able to enjoy golf in retirement? At Empower, we know these questions can be stressful. We're here to help answer your what-ifs and empower what's next. Join 18 million Americans and take control of your financial future. Start today at Empower.com. Sponsored by Empower Personal Wealth.
Back in Dallas, 2 minutes to go, first half. Dallas a 14-3 lead. Washington on the drive, first and 10 on the Dallas 14. A Cowboy club, third in the league, owns the ball, Mike, for 32 and a half minutes per game. Time of possession, Washington about doubling up Dallas. 6.5 minutes on this drive alone.
Critical that they put the exclamation point on this impressive drive. You got to get points on the board, preferably touchdowns, not field goals.
Bunch trips right. Out of the gun, near hash. Howell fades back, checks down, throws over the middle. Caught by Curtis Samuel. Runs out of an arm tackle, and he's down right around the edge of the goal line. Touchdown! The late signal came near side for a score. And now they're going to talk it over. The far side official had him down at the half-yard line. The near side official put both arms up to show score.
Obviously looking, I think the reason they want to call the score is because that triggers an automatic review. Okay, you're better off calling that a score if you're not sure.
It looks like they're going to spot the ball at the half-yard line here.
You know, and I just saw the
runner short of the goal line. Second charge timeout, Dallas.
And so Dallas calls timeout that freezes the clock at 1:35. It's first and goal at the half-yard line for Washington. And they're going to put another 20 seconds on the clock from 1:35 to 1:55.
Keep in mind, the clock is important too here. If they score a touchdown, if Washington scores, that's great for Washington. 14-10 ball game, but then there's plenty of time left for Dallas to come the other way.
And Washington right on the doorstep, but turnovers that marred Washington's year. The worst turnover margin in the league, -8 on the season.
Yeah, the thing that I think Sam Howell is doing today, and he's doing a couple things well. He's stepping up and through the pocket. He doesn't get jarred or rattled, but he's taking care of the football. Last week, he did not. 3 really bad interceptions.
Howell today, 15 of 21, 159 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. Robinson, the primary runner, 9 carries, 33 yards. Robinson is in, they go straight on. Now they motion the tight end out who had been a fullback. Goal line look under center at the half-yard line. Spin by Howell, he turns it up toward the end zone, and he crashes in with contact, touchdown. Sam Howell gets the precious half-yard on the ground. That's his 3rd rushing score of the year. Washington's first touchdown of the day. 1:51 to go before halftime. Dallas 14, Washington 9. Point after pending.
Believe it or not, folks, on Thanksgiving Day, they just ran old school counter option. And he had a pitch man in Robinson, decided to turn it up, and he ran through defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence. That's a great call by the enemy. He gets him on the edge with an option, and and a really good job Sam Howell finishing the run.
Showing the toughness you spoke of with the pinball action off the Cowboy defenders. Now Sly, the point after. Right to left kick, high snap, right foot kick is in the air. It's got the distance, it is good. Now the point after makes it a 4-point affair. We check the drive summary, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. How about a 13-play, 75-yard drive that consumed just over 6.5 minutes? There were 6 runs, 7 passes on the balanced drive for Washington that draws the Commanders back within the score.
Yeah, and I think if you were a Washington fan and you could dial up any type of drive, that's the one you would have dialed up. Chew up the ground, chew up the time, get a touchdown at the end of it. Now, it's important defensively because there's a minute 51 and Dallas has 1 timeout. In today's NFL, that's all kinds of time. They've got to be solid on defense, and you can't play too soft here and let them get chunks down the field. You've got to play good, hard, solid defense to try and get off the field.
Washington has possessed the ball for over 18.5 minutes in this opening half. So Dallas meant to get the ball with that 1 timeout. Devontae Turpin, return man, just inside the lip of his end zone to our left. Sly ready to kick right to left.
Keep in mind, Dallas is first, so they get the opportunity to put points on the board here, and they open the second half with the ball.
An excellent point. Charging into the teed-up ball, but deep enough. No attempt will be made to return this one a touchback. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood One, your home for the National Football League.
WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1, New York. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
John Sadak, Mike Mayock, or Westwood One crew. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. 1:51 to go, second quarter. Dallas begins to drive at its own 25, left to right. 14-10 Dallas. Prescott out of the gun. Pollard sidecar left, trips right. Tight end, the inside man. Movement on the left side. Who went first? Tyron Smith at left tackle or Jonathan Allen at D tackle?
Encroachment. Defense number 93. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Jonathan Allen. Just the second flag, I believe, on Washington today. Penalties have been heavily slanted against Dallas.
In Dallas's 3 losses, they've been awful in the penalty category, so that's something to track as the game goes on.
1st and 5 from the 30. Prescott seems uncertain and bewildered, both palms up looking to the sideline. Pollard comes tighter before the snap. Shotgun, fade back. And he zips the football to a wide-open Brandon Cooks, makes the catch just over the 35, and gets knocked down at around the 38 by Danny Johnson. They're able to pick up 8. That's good for a first down. 1:38 clock rolls, 1 timeout.
Yeah, that gets him up over the ball. No huddle. Tempo.
Out of the gun. Takes the snap. Throws to the near right. Right up that in line of scrimmage. Closest target was Jake Ferguson. Lamb was trying to come underneath, and it looked like Jerron Payne got a hand up and made contact with that ball mid-flight.
Yeah, I think he was trying to get CeeDee Lamb on a slant, and good call by you on the pass broken up at the line of scrimmage by Jerron Payne.
It does freeze the clock, 1:27. Second down and 10 at the 38. Pollard in the backfield. Jalen Brooks wide right. Bunch trips. Tight to the line on the left. Lamb goes out wider under direction of Prescott. Blitz shown up the gut. It comes. They pick it up on the edge by Pollard. And a floater lobbed out to the right side. Tipped it and taken away by Washington. The tip drill and caught by Jalen Brooks. It was knocked up in the air. Fair game for either side. As Tolbert could not connect, Danny Johnson underneath disrupted and batted it to Brooks, who makes the grab at the 40, gain of 24. Shotgun snap, Prescott pressured, rolls to his left. He throws one-footed tight left sideline, catch made, inside of the 10. It's Jalen Tolbert. He hit him clean. Butler closest to him. That's 31 yards, 46 seconds. First and goal at the 8.
Both created by Dak, getting out with his feet, creating extended time, and getting the ball down the field.
Pollard in the backfield. Out of the gun. Hand off to Pollard. Zigzag to the teeth of the defense. And he pinballs in. Touchdown, Dallas. He bounced off Percy Butler and broke the plane. 26 seconds before halftime. And Dallas doubling up Washington 20-10. Spectacular plays in sequence.
The margin between winning and losing, John, sometimes is amazing. The tip ball play you referenced, that was not a good throw by Dak on the run. It was underthrown. The ball got tipped in the air. If Washington makes that interception instead of Tolbert makes it, and by the way, Washington was right there in the area. They had as good a chance of tip throw as the other team, but Dallas made both plays.
Aubrey misses the point after. That's his third miss on extra points on the season, despite being perfect on field goals, and the difference frozen at 10. There's a break in the action. 26 seconds until halftime. It's Dallas 20, Washington 10. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Black Friday Golden Gable deals are here at Lowe's. Get up to 45% off and save an extra $100 on every $800 you spend on select major appliances. And get up to 60% off Thanksgiving Day online-only deals. Because Lowe's knows Black Friday. Appliances offer valid 11/23. While supplies last. Selection varies by location. Savings vary based on purchase amount. Exclusion supplies. See Lowe's.com for details. Thanksgiving Day offers valid 11/23 on Lowe's.com. While supplies last.
The copyright of today's broadcast on Westwood One is owned by the NFL on behalf of its member clubs. All rights to the broadcast are reserved. Any rebroadcast, recording, retransmission, or any other use of this broadcast without the express written permission of the National Football League is strictly prohibited. What a Dallas drive. 5 plays, 75 yards, explosive. 125 consumed off the clock. Prescott up to 221 passing yards. A couple of big plays on that drive. Kickoff is more than deep enough. Pringle lets it shoot through and whistles end zone touchback, and now it's Washington with 26 seconds. And as you had pointed out earlier, Dallas won the toss in the first. Cowboys are going to have the ball to begin the second. Up 10 as it stands.
Yeah, that drive was way too easy. I give Dak Prescott accolades for extending both plays and making plays with his arms after his feet got him out of all the clutter. However, Washington made it way too easy. You can't get feet deep by 31 yards on the sideline, and then they didn't get involved on the tip drill. Kudos to Dallas. Washington had a chance to make a play and couldn't.
Gibson sidecar right, Howell out of the gun, near left half. From his own 25, shotgun snap, fades back, pocket eroded. He's pressured. He slips out two different hitters. He steps into a strong throw, and it's short on the near left sideline, all the way down to the Dallas 45, shy of Curtis Samuel by about 5 yards, further Lewis discovered.
Yeah, Diggy Zua and Lawrence both had him. He ducked under them. I don't know how he got away from them.
And there have been moments where Howell's been running for his life, and that's not just today. He has suffered entering the game 51 sacks on the year.
Yeah, that's the second worst total in the league. As someone told me on the field prior to the game, it's good he's young because he's getting hit a lot.
He's shown toughness, does have the rushing touchdown today. 18 seconds, works out of the gun. 2nd and 10, Washington from its own 25. Shotgun snap, fades back. This time pocket holds well. Checks down. He throws, and a catch made at around the 36-yard line. Brought in by Byron Pringle. Jordan Lewis.
Timeout.
Took him out there.
Timeout. Yep, they got it.
And they'll freeze the clock with 10 seconds after that gain of 11. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 36. What's plausible? What's possible? What are you talking about here?
Well, if you're going to throw the ball 1st and 2nd down like they just did in this situation where you're down 10, Dallas only has one timeout left. Had they not completed that pass, the last thing you want to have to do is punt the football. So that completion will prevent that. Now you're just looking, you've got 3 timeouts, your entire playbook is open to you, and you've got to get the ball somewhere down in that 35 to 40-yard line, which is what? Ball's on the 41-9 plus you need about 19 yards, plus or minus.
And so they added 3 seconds. There'll be 13 seconds. Dallas with 1 timeout, Washington with 2. 1st down and 10, Washington from its own 36. Howell works out of the gun, single back left is Gibson. And a trips to the far right. Shotgun snap, fading back, pressure comes again. He rolls to his right, he's hammered as he throws, finds a man in stride, but an ankle grab down at the 39 by Marquise Bell. On his back, Antonio Gibson. And a flag down to the backfield. Micah Parsons got the hit and popped him.
Holding, offense number 72. 10-yard penalty, A few first downs.
Charles Leno Jr. at the left tackle.
I think that's the first time you've mentioned Micah Parsons in this half. I have a bunch of times just because of what they're doing to negate him, but he's done some real positive things, but they're double and sometimes even triple teaming him, just showing the kind of respect that, I look at him, and I played for the New York Giants when Lawrence Taylor was in his prime, and I think he is the closest thing I've seen natural ability-wise to Lawrence Taylor.
The first-team All-Pro twice already. If Parsons does that again, he would be the second defender since 1970 to do so, and the first since LT. Robinson sidecar right, gets the ball in his belly. They play it conservatively. He zigzags into Marquise Bell, and he drops him after he picks up about 7 yards, and the clock at zeros as halftime arrives with Dallas owning a 20-10 lead that might feels bigger than that right now.
Yeah, the key to that half was that long, extended 6.5-minute drive by Washington to get them back in the game, but Dallas went down the field in just a few plays, 75 yards, and we've got a 10-point deficit.
And we have the end of the first half. It is Dallas 20, Washington 10. When we return, Scott Graham rejoins us from our studios with the Wendy's Halftime Report. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
We all love to follow the pros. And when it comes to selling online, the pros trust Shopify. New Era, Allbirds, Untuckit, Skims, even Mattel. They all sell with Shopify because Shopify has the best converting checkout on the planet. And it's not just the big brands. Millions of businesses are boosting their sales with the same legendary Shopify checkout. Start selling like the pros and sell with Shopify. Start your $1 a month trial today at shopify.com/football.
Wake up not knowing what you want? Now you can have a little of everything. With Wendy's new breakfast 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles, you can mix and match your very own perfect pairing of our delicious morning favorites. Choose from the sausage biscuit, egg or cheese biscuit, small seasoned potatoes, or medium hot coffee. The choice is all yours, not somebody else's. Get breakfast just the way you want it with Wendy's breakfast 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles today. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Limited time only during breakfast hours. U.S. price and participation may vary. Not valid in a combo. Single item at regular price.
Welcome to the Thanksgiving NFL Halftime Report on Westwood One, sponsored by Wendy's. With Wendy's new breakfast 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles, you can choose the pair you want. Limited time only during breakfast hours. U.S. price and participation may vary. Not valid in a combo. Single item at regular price. Once again, here's your host, Scott Graham.
From our Westwood One studios, we have reached halftime in Big D. The Dallas Cowboys sitting on a 20-10 lead over the Washington Commanders at the break. Earlier today, we had Game 1 of our Thanksgiving Day triple header. The Green Bay Packers going up against the Detroit Lions. The Lions riding a high at 8-2 coming into the game for the first time since 1962. Packers trying to figure out a way to get relevant once again in the National Football League. Well, as it turned out, both teams went back and forth down the field with their opening drives, and Green Bay put on one for good measure to take a 14-6 lead. When Detroit had the ball back again, they were hoping to do the same, but this time, turnovers became an ongoing problem for the day for the Lions.
2nd and 12 for the Lions. Shotgun snap, blitz coming, picked up for a moment, steps up in the pocket, hit as he throws, and it's on the turf of one hopper, picked up, they're running it back, and all the way into the end zone, the Packers have a touchdown for the moment. Jonathan Owens wrapped it up and took it in for a touchdown.
J.P. Shadrick with the call right here on Westwood One. That turnover was a big one. It was a scoring play and a 20-6 lead for Green Bay. Later on, Jordan Love, who had himself quite a day, cashed in on another Detroit turnover.
3rd down and 3 at the Detroit 16. Shotgun snap for Jordan Love. Right-hander looks to the end zone left side, has an open man. It's caught. A touchdown. Green Bay. In the back left corner of the end zone, it's Christian Watson, the second-year receiver. And the Packers extend the lead at Ford Field, Detroit on this Thanksgiving. It's Green Bay 29, Detroit 14, 3:30 to play in the third. What a throw and catch.
Green Bay would hang on in this ball game and win it by a score of 29-22. Interesting ball game in a lot of different respects. Detroit outgained the Packers 464 to 377 in the game. They ran 24 more offensive plays.
Jordan Love had himself, as we said, a day. He had a near-perfect passer rating in the first half. Went 22 out of 32 for 268 and 3 scores. The Green Bay Packers improved to 5-6 and played themselves back into, at least for now, the playoff conversation. On the other side, Jared Goff threw for 332 on the day and a couple of scores, but he fumbled the ball 3 times, one directly a touchdown on a scoop and score, the other leading to a touchdown, so 2 of his turnovers leading to 14 Green Bay points on the day. After throwing 3 interceptions last week, Jared realizes that the turnovers are becoming a problem.
The turnovers in the first half have certainly been the problem the last 2 games that have put us behind, and subsequently part of the reason we lost today. And yes, the efficiency and how well we'd like to play on offense can certainly go up, and the last 2 games is not to our standard. Absolutely.
Detroit now 8-3, still in control of the division, but the Minnesota Vikings have hope as the Lions lose at home today, 29-22. That was game 1. We're in the middle of game 2. Game number 3, big divisional game in the NFC, coming up between San Francisco and Seattle. Out at Lumen Field, and standing by, getting ready to call that one with a preview. Here's Ryan Radke and James Lofton. Guys?
Scott, it's a beautiful night for football here in Seattle. Mid-40s, no rain in the forecast, and 2 really good teams going at it, James. The top 2 in the NFC West, the 49ers a game up on Seattle coming into this one. Important game for both these teams. Probably maybe a little bit more for the home team as they try to run down San Francisco. Both teams in the midst of a challenging stretch of their schedule.
You are jockeying for position when you get to this time of the year, and you hope to be in that race. And I've always said, even though the season has gone to 17 games, if you can get to double-digit wins, you have a really good chance of getting to the playoffs. Last year, the Seattle Seahawks got there at 9-8. 1 more win and a loss. Now they're 2 up right now, so they're ahead of pace. But people are concerned about Geno Smith and not his lack of production. He had such a great year last year. 70% completions. This year, about 65% completion. And I just think that there's a big burden on him to really be the quarterback that he was last year, just for this team to win enough games to play in January.
And he is expected to play tonight despite the elbow injury he suffered a week ago. Meanwhile, on the other side, Brock Purdy, he had the peaks at the beginning of the year. He went through a little bit of a valley, but it looks like he's back on that peak, James. He was great a week ago, and the 49ers seem like they're back headed towards that peak.
And Brock Purdy was such a story last year. Everybody looked and said, oh, Mr. Irrelevant. Look at what he's doing once he gets to the field. What I want to really look at is, look who he's eliminated. Trey Lance, Jimmy Garoppolo, 2 really good quarterbacks that were in the 49ers building. They had a chance to look at these guys each and every day, and they decide Brock Purdy is the guy that they want to move forward with. So that sold me on it, because I realized from the little time that I got as a coach in the NFL, when you get a chance to watch a player every day, even if he's on the scout team, if that's where he starts, and you go, there's something special about him. And I think that's what we're witnessing about Brock Purdy. It doesn't matter how you come into the National Football League, it just matters what you do once you get here.
Second time that these 2 teams have met on Thanksgiving. Back in 2014, the Seahawks won in San Francisco 19-3. First time the Seahawks have ever hosted Thanksgiving. Should be a fun one here tonight with the Seahawks and the 49ers. Let's send it back to Scott Graham now in our Westwood One studios.
All right, thank you very much, guys. That one is coming up immediately following the conclusion of this one, where our halftime score is Dallas 20, Washington 10. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Everybody's choosy about something. It might be your favorite snack.
2 scoops of Rocky Road, please.
Your style.
Those earrings look amazing on you.
Or the things you like to do with your best friends. You could be choosy when it comes to getting a COVID-19 vaccine, too. If you're thinking about getting an updated vaccine, there's more than one type available. You can find out more at WeDoVaccines.com. This message was brought to you by Novavax.
Lowe's knows how to save pros time and money. Right now, save $200 on a DeWalt miter saw, now just $399. And there's more. Save $100 on a DeWalt table saw, only $299. Visit us in-store or online for more deals you can't beat. Because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details.
Hi, I'm Henry Winkler. My eyes are very important to me. My eyes connect me with things I love. I loved my late father-in-law dearly. He always lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. And since partnering with Apellis, I've learned there's an advanced form of the disease called geographic atrophy, or GA. His struggle with vision loss made me want to help others know about GA's warning signs. For some, straight lines seem wavy, like when looking at a door frame. For others, blurring or missing spots can make it hard to read or see loved ones' faces. Many have trouble seeing in low light, making driving at night difficult. GA gets worse over time and cannot be reversed. If you've been diagnosed with AMD and notice vision changes, don't wait. Talk to your eye doctor about GA today. Learn more at GAWon'tWait.com. That's GAWon'tWait.com.
Close at the running back. Trips to the right. Wilson in motion. Back to throw. Looking downfield. A great catch by Hill. Makes a tackle. Touchdown Miami. Just outran everybody on a crossing route. Nobody in the secondary can catch him. Great throw by Tua Tagovailoa. And the Dolphins have their first lead of the afternoon. 6-3 over the Raiders with 2:03 remaining in this first quarter.
Jimmy Sapolo and Joe Rose, WBBG, WINZ, Miami Dolphins Radio Network, as Tyreek Hill does what Tyreek Hill does. We continue here on the halftime show. Dallas Cowboys with a 10-point lead over the Washington Commanders, and our football pre-Sunday is not even close to done. We've got our night game tonight, and then tomorrow we've got something entirely brand new. The first ever NFL Black Friday game. It's going to be coming your way from the Meadowlands as the New York Jets host the Miami Dolphins. Miami, of course, led by Tyreek Hill on the offensive side of things. 1,222 receiving yards and 9 receiving touchdowns. Both of those numbers lead the NFL right now. And in anticipation of this game, our own Jason Horowitz got an opportunity to talk with Tyreek.
Tyreek, you've won a Super Bowl. You have been on great offenses in Kansas City, and you are currently on the number one offense in the NFL. What is different about this Miami squad?
Well, in Kansas City, man, we had a great quarterback. You feel me? Patrick Mahomes, a guy that can, extend plays, make every throw on the field. And here it's kind of different because this offense is timing, it's accuracy, it's placement, it's all of that. So, when I first got here, man, I had to learn, route trees and, where to be at on the field, whenever the quarterback needed me to be on the field. Not saying that Kansas City wasn't that, but it's different here.
You guys have scored 70 this year, but it hasn't always looked like that. There have been struggles along the way, too. What is the balance between your offense thriving and defenses coming up with stops?
Man, all we got to do is, and I'm going to say this, all we got to do is convert on third downs. Our biggest thing is being able to convert on third downs, especially early in the game. And I feel like the game that we scored 70 points, we converted a bunch of third downs, and we were able to keep the ball and help the defense stay off the field. So if we're able to convert third downs early in the game, keep our defense off the field, that gets the guys rolling, whether it's up front, whether it's on the back end with the receivers, so being able just to convert third downs, man, and we've been having problems with that, over the past few weeks.
Tyreek, you've got a lot of veterans. You're in Miami. You brought a lot of other guys in. Jalen Ramsey from the Rams. He just won AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Raheem Mostert's been in a Super Bowl with the Niners. How would you describe the mixture of this locker room between the veterans in the squad?
The locker room is lovely. A bunch of guys who are very, very passionate about the game of football, who love to win. And it all ties in together. At the end of the day, we all got the same goal, and that goal is to win the Super Bowl. So it's a beautiful thing to see, man. You would think that you see all of these guys from different walks of football, different kind of egos, that it would be trouble. There's not been a lick of trouble. Guys actually, love being in the presence of one another. We have fun at practice each and every day. We compete. We go at it. We battle. And then on game day, we just tie it all in and we just play for one another. So it's a very beautiful thing.
You were part of that Chiefs process in winning their first Super Bowl in over 50 years. The Dolphins have not won a playoff game in over 20 years and have not been to a Super Bowl in 4 decades. This is the year to end all that, right?
For sure. We're more of a team that don't, I don't want to sit on the phone and just tell you, exactly what we can do, because we know what we can do. I'm not going to, gaslight anybody or just say, hey, it's just got to be one of those moments that, hey, just wait and see. We're going to take it one game at a time, because right now we're focused on the New York Jets. And right now we can't overlook any opponent. The New York Jets, they're a very talented team. Like, obviously we would love to talk about the playoffs, but right now I got to talk about the Jets.
You got to play with Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City. Certainly no question marks there. You're playing with Tua Tagovailoa in Miami. There's no question marks there. Have you ever wondered what it's like to be on the other side, like the Jets offensive players playing in an offense that is just struggling to find their quarterback?
You know what? I've never been a part of it in my life, man. I've been playing football for like 26 years now, and I've never been a part of it. But my thing for them is, they got a very young team, a very young offense. And once they figure it out and get the ball rolling down there in New York, it's going to be a special thing. And they got a great group of guys. Obviously, they got Aaron Rodgers, who will be back soon. But they got a bunch of, young talent down there in New York, man. And it's going to be something special once they get it rolling. I just hope it's not during, the Dolphins week.
Tyreek Hill and the Miami Dolphins taking on the New York Jets in the first ever Black Friday game. Ian Eagle and the McCourty twins, Jason and Devin, have the call from MetLife Stadium. Our coverage begins at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on most of these same Westwood One stations. This has been the Thanksgiving NFL Halftime Report on Westwood One, sponsored by Wendy's. With Wendy's new breakfast 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles, you can choose the pair you want. Limited time only during breakfast hours. U.S. price and participation may vary. Not valid in a combo, single item at regular price. Our halftime score, the Dallas Cowboys leading the Washington Commanders 20-10. When we return, John Sadak and Mike Mayock have the second half kickoff. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
I have diabetes. I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
I have asthma. I'm at risk, too.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infection from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
The holiday season is right around the corner, so give the gift that's hard to wrap but easy to give. Give them a Steel. With powerful trimmers, blowers, and chainsaws to place under the tree, the Steel Holiday Gift Guide has something for everyone. Save $30 on the GTA 26 battery-powered garden pruner. Visit your local Steel dealer or go to steelusa.com/gift guide. Real Steel. Find yours. Now $149.99 was $179.99 MSRP. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
Honey, can you swing by the post office and grab some stamps?
Done.
And drop off these packages?
Sure thing, honey.
Oh, and get the tracking info.
Got it.
But you haven't moved.
I know. How great is that?
This holiday season, the Postal Service is closer than ever with convenient ship-from-home services like label printing, free package pickups, and delivery notifications. You can send more holiday joy from the comfort of home. The United States Postal Service, delivering for America. Ship from home at USPS.com/holidayjoy.
Welcome back to AT&T Stadium. Along with Mike Mayock, I'm John Sadak. Part 2 of our special Thanksgiving NFL triple header on Westwood One. The Commanders face the Cowboys. It is a 20-10 Dallas lead. We're a couple of minutes away from second half action. We check the halftime stats sponsored by Indeed. Make the hiring process work for you with Indeed's end-to-end hiring solution. You can attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. Start at Indeed.com/credit. Rushing yards went to Dallas by 151-50. In the air to Dallas 221-155. Total yardage Dallas 272. Washington 205. First downs nearly even 15-14 Dallas. Part of the divide penalties. Dallas doubling up Washington 6-3. Time of possession nearly doubling up in Washington's favor. Almost 19 minutes owned by the Commanders. Dallas, remember, has the football over 32.5 minutes per game by average. That's third best in the NFL. We welcome in Mike Mayock to take a look at what each team needs to do in the second half. What have you seen and what are you predicting?
It's pretty easy. I mean, Dallas has got 272 yards of total offense. They're on a pace for close to 550 yards of offense. It's way too much, especially in the air. If you look at the big plays, the chunk plays that Washington has allowed, Cooks, 31-yard touchdown reception. On the final drive, Tolbert had 24 and 31-yard receptions back-to-back. That's emblematic of Washington's entire season. Their Achilles heel is pass defense and chunk plays, and they allowed both of them in the first half to Dallas. Way too numerous. So let's just oversimplify and say Washington on offense has got to continue to run the ball, conservative, even though you're down 10, run the clock. Excellent drive they had midway through the second quarter. That's what they've got to do on offense. And on defense, man, you got to eliminate the chunk plays, you got to eliminate the big plays, and you got to find a way to get the ball back to your offense. And John, Dallas only had 4 possessions, and they scored touchdowns on 3 of them.
And 2 touchdown passes by Dak Prescott, 13 of 18 for 221. Sam Howell, by contrast, efficient, effective, 16 of 23, 170 yards, but no touchdowns in the air. He did have the lone touchdown on the ground. He did not throw an interception. So we are moments away from the start of the second. Remember that Dallas deferred after winning the opening coin toss. Time for the second half kickoff, sponsored by Boot Barn. Boot Barn celebrates the values of honesty, hard work, ingenuity, and perseverance, proudly offering a piece of the American spirit. Boot Barn, keep west. And with that in mind, we heard some 9 to 5 and some Jolene from Dolly Parton herself, the halftime performer. What a great show here in Dallas.
Yeah, they love her in Texas, and kind of interesting to see. I guess she went into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Kind of felt like she had to do a little bit more mainstream rock, and that's what we heard at halftime.
And so we'll see how the second half begins. Commanders clad in white with the burgundy helmets and numerals. Cowboys in the blue tops, silver pants with the white helmets and the white numerals. Joey Sly to the teed-up football, kicking right to left. Charges into it, launches in the air, and that has plenty of leg, deep enough. Devontae Turpin says, touchback. Arms extended, so the Cowboy offense back to the field. And Dak Prescott showed outstanding rhythm and feel during the course of a pretty explosive and at times also very balanced first half.
They threw the ball 18 times, and they averaged over 12 yards per attempt. That's about double the average in the league. So not only were they efficient, it was the big chunks that really sunk Washington in the first half.
Pollard, the deep back, Prescott under center, tight ends left, wide out motion, Lamb to the near right in the slot. Snap on the far left hash, play fake to Pollard, Prescott loading up, flings it out to Pollard, caught up at 25, sprints at the 30, into a sandwich of Commanders, ball sprinted free at the 35, and it looks like they're going to mark him down there. Now they pick up 10 yards, and that's going to be good to move the chains, first down.
The kind of game where you get the feeling that the only way Washington can win this football game is by generating a couple turnovers here in the second half. The ball came out, but Pollard was down.
Shotgun snap. And this time a handoff, Pollard sweeping right, tries to cut back left, but latching onto him, Deron Payne, able to swing him down for a loss of 1.
Yeah, those guys are a load. We talked about it in the first half, those 3 Alabama guys. Jonathan Allen's a Pro Bowler. Deron Payne has been in and out of the Pro Bowl. And this Phil Mathis, who is a load and hard to move. You know, you're talking about 2 first-round picks and a second-round pick, all Nick Saban bred, and they're hard to move on the inside.
Slot left is Gallup, had a couple of big plays in the first. Shotgun, single back right. Second and 11 from the 34. Prescott fades back, looking over the middle, now launches deep down the right side. Lamb one-on-one, hand fighting down the field. Ball in and out of his clutches, incomplete. Battling again with Benjamin St. Juste. What a battle it's been between those two all game.
Yeah, a little fade takeoff down the right sideline versus press coverage. CeeDee Lamb gets on top and does what's called stacks him. He gets him on his back. Fans are booing because there was some pretty good infighting with their hands, but give St. Juste credit. He caught up, made a play on the football, and no call.
Only the 4th third down drive for Dallas, 2 of 3 so far. Out of the gun, trips left. Lamb the inside man. Pollard the single back. Secondary fades back on the snap. Prescott looking, steps up. He's pressured. He's hit as he throws over the middle. Finds Pollard. Bit of a safety valve look at the 38. Spins upfield to the 42. Picks up 8. Tamed there by Quan Martin and Cody Barton.
A lot of pressure from the outside. Forced them up in the pocket and the ball come out. Keep in mind, they traded their two best edge rushers right before the trade deadline. Montez Sweat went for a second-round pick to Chicago. Chase Young went for a third-round pick to San Francisco. So they're getting edge pressure from the guys that were backups prior to the trade deadline.
And their top sack man is now Allen, a D tackle. Anger ready to punt. Crowder to return. He's set up inside of his own 15. Right foot a kick, shot in the air. Excellent hang time. And that forces a fair catch wave on the back pedal in retreat, brought in at around the 7-yard line. That's a 51-yard punt with no chance to run it back. 13:02 to go, third quarter, second half just underway. Dallas 20, Washington 10. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Clean every room of your house with the fighting power of Mr. Clean's antibacterial summer citrus cleaner. Not only does it knock out dirt, it kills 99.9% of bacteria. And it works all around the house on everything from linoleum to tile to toilets and bathtubs, and even garbage cans. So this week, pick up Mr. Clean's antibacterial summer citrus cleaner at City Line Distributors in West Haven, Connecticut, or at Chuck's Market in Harrisville, New York. Let Mr. Clean's antibacterial summer citrus cleaner knock out dirt in every room of your house.
Amazon's got the best deals on Black Friday. Know the best deals are on Cyber Monday. Friday comes first when it comes to saving. Monday's worth away from what you've been craving. Feels so good it'll feel like stealing. Real cool message for you, make it less appealing. What's with the beef? You can get that too. Why don't you call us? What's triggering you? Whichever day you're shopping on, you'll save a bunch at Amazon. On Black Friday, Cyber Monday too.
Dell's Black Friday event is their biggest sale of the year. Shop limited-time deals on laptops like the stylish, innovative XPS 13, engineered to do it all on the Intel Evo platform. Plus, save big on ultra-sharp monitors and top-brand accessories. It's the perfect time to upgrade any home, business, or gaming setup powered by Intel Core processors. Shop now at Dell.com/deals to take advantage of huge savings and free shipping. Again, that's Dell.com/deals.
Black Friday Golden Gable deals are here at Lowe's. Get 20% off select fresh cut Christmas trees and play our instant win game early for a chance to win the $10,000 Lowe's e-gift card grand prize. Trees valid through 11/24. In-store only. Actual tree size and selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. Spin to win. No purchase necessary. Starts 11/24. Ends 11/25 at 4 a.m. Eastern. Residents of 50 U.S. D.C. 18 or older and age majority. Void where prohibited. See official rules at Lowe'sGoldenGable.com/rules. Sponsor Lowe's.
You can catch the Rich Eisen Show every weekday, 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern Time on many of these stations. And be sure to look out for 2 new podcasts from Rich Eisen Podcast. All the NFL hot takes you can handle on Overreaction Monday. And each Tuesday, download What the Football with Susie Schuster and former Raider CEO Amy Trask. Get them wherever you get your podcasts. Well, an outstanding punt and has pinned Washington deep just inside of its own 8. 13:02 to go. Infancy third quarter. 20-10 Dallas. What are we looking for from Washington here offensively?
Well, they got to grind out a first down or two at the minimum. The worst thing they could do is go 3 and out, pump the football, and Dallas is plus or minus at the 50-yard line. So it's really crucial. And obvious that they can't turn the ball over, but it's crucial to ground out a couple first downs here.
Robinson is the deep back. Howell under center. And a handoff to Robinson, jump cut, giant hole, sea of space through the middle, running left to the 15, gets hit at around the 17, it drops at the 19 by Donovan Wilson. That's 11 yards and a first down. What a giant gash.
Yeah, he cut it back against the grain. They did a good job at the point of attack. The left guard and the left tackle were able to kind of cut the field in half, and there was no pursuit from the backside. So that jump cut you mentioned was completely on air, and he did a great job getting vertical after that.
Under center again, once again Robinson, the deep back from the 19 on first down. And the handoff to Robinson to the same hole. This time it collapses a touch quicker into the clutches of a few Cowboys, dragged down at around the 23 by Donovan Joseph. It'll be a gain of about 4, second down.
Real solid. You get a first down run, then you come back and run it again and pick up 4. And
That's the beginning of a promising drive. Now you've got the ball out past the 20-yard line. Your entire playbook is obviously open.
We mark him here at the 22. So second down and called a short 7. Gibson is in at running back. Bunch trips to the far right. Receiver motion to the near left. Howell out of the gun, fading back. He looks, steps up, he's pressured, he spins out of a hit. He sprints upfield to the 30, to the 35, angles around the block, veering left, and with help, this is squirted out of bounds south of the 35 by Malik Hooker. He improvises, picks up 13 and a first down.
If Dan Quinn got Micah Parsons one-on-one with the center, Tyler Larson, and that's a mismatch. Ultimately, that's a win by Parsons, and give Sam Howell credit. He got away from a hit by Micah Parsons, got up the field, and got them another first down. That's all Sam Howell, because Micah Parsons climbed on him quickly.
Gibson remains in. Out of the gun. First down at 10. Spotted at the 34. Commanders off a play fake. Howell flings it far right. Caught on a spin by Jahan Dotson, and he gets taken down there by Stephon Gilmore after picking up 7 yards to the 41-yard line.
The fourth catch by Dotson. Samuel is having a really good game, 5 catches for 65. They've paid some extra attention to McLaurin, who's their best receiver. It's not just been one-on-one. They've had a lot of safety help over the top.
Well, the Commanders over 200 yards of offense. Dallas's defense failed to yield 200-plus in the last couple of games. 20-10 Dallas. Robinson to the backfield, Howell out of the gun. 2nd and 3 from the 41. Quick hitter near left to Samuel. He's upfield with blockers behind a bulldozing pass of a couple of Commanders. He's able to hop and skip his way until Deron Bland takes him out of the 48 in Dallas territory. That's 11 yards and another first down.
Love this drive. Started with the run game. Now you got a quick bubble pass again, negating the pass rush. Get it out wide. Leno, the left tackle, athletic enough to get out on Jordan Lewis, the nickel, and opens up a hole for Samuel.
Outstanding rhythm. Remember, Washington's last possession of the first half resulted in a touchdown, consumed 6.5 minutes. That momentum seems to have carried over. Out of the gun, Robinson to the backfield at the Dallas 48. A fling out to the near left, caught near the sideline by Dotson. He angles out of bounds at the 40. He's able to pick up 8 yards. Don't miss all the NFL excitement on CBS this Sunday when the Buffalo Bills meet the Philadelphia Eagles. Check your local listings for more details. Catch the NFL on CBS.
That's a really fascinating game to me, right? Philly coming off an emotional win in Kansas City on Monday night, a short week at home against a hungry Buffalo team that needs a win. I mean, that one should be a lot of fun.
What a season it's been in the National Football League. Here in Dallas, 20-10, Cowboys lead under center Howell. Handoff to Robinson, and the first hitter able to latch on and drag him down. That's Osa Odigizuma. Brings him down at the 39. Gain of only 1, so it's 3rd and 1.
Neville Gallimore in on that play, too. And 3rd and 1 is another play. They're not in field goal range yet. So you've got to convert this.
And 3rd down for Washington.
It's like 3rd and a full 1 yard. They've got, from a personnel perspective, 1 back in the game, 3 wideouts and a tight end.
4 of 7.
Sam doesn't like what he saw, yeah.
And he's going to call timeout. The first call timeout of either team in the second half. John Sadak, Mike Mayock here at the Grainger broadcast booth, AT&T Stadium. Give your team an edge with Grainger. You'll find supplies and solutions for every industry. Plus, fast delivery and 24/7 support when you call. Click Grainger.com or just stop by. 20-10, Dallas the lead. Washington on the drive, facing a crucial 3rd and 1 at the Dallas 39.
Just looking at the numbers, ball in the 40. If they don't get this, no gain, for instance, and want to kick a field goal, you're looking at about a 58-yard attempt. I was watching Sly pregame. His long on the season is 61. He was 3 while I watched him. He had 3 out of 4 from over 50 pregame. Real solid.
Yeah, that 61-yard make the franchise record that came against Philly in Week 8. Time of possession, Washington is +10. It's a little over 23 minutes to a little over 13 minutes for Dallas.
I'd be looking at this, John, like I got 2 plays to make a yard.
Washington break tunnel, towel swirl that were handed out to each band awaiting in their seats today. Robinson, the sidecar back. Howell out of the gun. They need a little less than a yard. Press coverage on each outside receiver. Subtle play fake. Fools no one. Launch down the right side. One-on-one. Incomplete. It ricocheted off McLaurin, who was matched up with Stephon Gilmore.
Wow. 3rd and 1, they go deep. And the reason they did is they knew they had a single high safety, which meant man coverage. Gilmore on their best receiver. McLaurin did a double move and got on top of Gilmore. The ball was slightly underthrown, and Gilmore did a great job getting his head around and ripping it out late.
Got that hand in just under the chin strap of McLaurin.
Wow. And now an even bigger play.
It is 4th and 1. Commanders 8 of 14 on 4th down this year. Robinson sidecar. They go shotgun, needing a little less than a yard. Handoff disrupted and contact. And the ball might have come free, a pile, and it looks like Dallas holds. Odigizua, violent collision with the ball carrier. Not a clean handoff right at the mesh point. It just gets blown up, and it's a turnover on downs.
Yeah, Odigizua split the left tackle, Leno, and one of the tight ends. That's something that can't happen in short yards. Penetration is the worst thing that can happen to a short yardage offense. They had 3rd and 1. Threw it deep, incomplete. 4th and 1. Don't get it.
8:13 to go in the 3rd quarter. Dallas 20, Washington 10. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
The Black Friday weekend sale begins this Friday at Boot Barn. Visit us in store for savings on top quality pieces. Get up to $40 off cowboy boots for men and women. $20 off select work boots and select children's boots for under $50. We're closed Thanksgiving Day to spend with family, but we look forward to seeing you Black Friday weekend for our biggest sale of the year. Boot Barn. Unwrap the West.
Need to hire? Indeed has some top talent on speed dial. Their end-to-end hiring solution makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. The moment you post a sponsored job, you'll get instantly matched with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed meet your job description. You can then conveniently schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from Indeed's hiring platform. Get $75 in credit towards your first sponsored job at Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
Do you have a game plan for COVID-19? Prescription oral treatments must be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms, even if mild. If you have a high risk factor, ask your doctor if treatment is right for you. Visit treatcovid19.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Try Barbasol 1919 Classic Shaving Cream. Paying homage to the original invented over 100 years ago. This non-aerosol formula features enhanced ingredients, an exceptional glide, and crisp fragrance for a winning shave experience. Learn more at Barbasol.com.
Stream the NFL on Westwood One for free, sponsored by AutoZone. All season long, you can listen to our broadcast of the NFL live on WestwoodOneSports.com, on the NFL app, by asking Alexa to open Westwood One Sports, or on our affiliate stations' digital platforms. Make AutoZone your check engine light on, get it checked with the free AutoZone Fix Finder service. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Restrictions apply. Big defensive stand by Dallas. 3rd and less than a yard. Washington fails to convert, gets stuck on the 4th and less than a yard. Dallas takes over, up 20-10 at its own 41.
I have no problem with that 3rd and 1 deep shot. Matter of fact, I really like that they went after it. It was their best wide receiver, McLaurin, one of the best in the NFL, one-on-one against Gilmore. I like that. But you can't miss Odigizua on the hole at the point of attack on the following play.
Pollard, the deep back, Prescott under center, left hash going left to right. 8:13 to go in the 3rd quarter. Handoff Pollard running off the right side, goes into the clutches of the commander and is able to drive him back to the 45. Able to pick up about 4 yards. Casey Toohill taken for a ride there.
And just think about what Washington's trying to do on defense. You trade away Montez Sweat and Chase Young. Efe Obada, who might be your next best edge defender, gets hurt last week. He's on IR. Their other starting defensive end, James Smith-Williams, he's hurt with a hammy and inactive. They're down to their 5th and 6th defensive ends and trying to compete.
Out of the gun, flipped out to Pollard left side, and he gets blown up. Barton was there as the ball arrived. Dropped him back at the 40. It's a loss of 5. They're going to set up 3rd and 11.
Yeah, quick flare screen, and Barton did a great job. I mean, he just came off IR today. They designated him for return on Monday, and even though he missed 4 games, he had 61 tackles coming into this game. He's a tackling machine.
Turpin in the backfield, motions out, slot left. They go empty, 5 wide, trips right. Snap on the far left hash, 7:04 clock rolls, 3rd quarter. On 3rd and 11 from the 40, Prescott deep, fade, throws, tries to float it to his tight end, who bobbles and loses Jake Ferguson with heavy contact. He tried to settle as he collapsed down onto his back, but Percy Butler was there with the hard arm as they met mid-air collision, and he could not cleanly hold on, incomplete.
Wow, great play by Percy Butler coming over the top on a seam route. Ball was high up in the air. Jake Ferguson, who's 65, went up to get it. Butler's at 6 feet. Challenged him at the high point, almost took his helmet off. Really good job by the safety, Butler.
Now Anger to punt. Crowder return man at his own 10. Right-footed kick shot in the air. Again, excellent hang time, but the coverage not as good. Crowder will take a shot from his 11. Fake right, cut left, cut back to his right, runs out of the first tackle, and the second hit drops him at around the 20-yard line. That's delivered by Trent Sick, the long snapper. Now 6:43 to go in the 3rd quarter. Dallas 20, Washington 10. Commanders with the ball. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Selling online is a lot like football. You need guts. You need stamina. You need conversion. Touchdown! And Shopify is the best converting checkout on the planet. Now, we're not just talking 2-point conversions. Shopify's checkout converts up to 36% better than other leading e-commerce platforms. So whether you're just starting out or scaling up, score more sales with Shopify. Start your $1 a month trial today at shopify.com/football.
Wake up not knowing what you want? Now you can have a little of everything. With Wendy's new breakfast 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles, you can mix and match your very own perfect pairing of our delicious morning favorites. Choose from the sausage biscuit, egg or cheese biscuit, small seasoned potatoes, or medium hot coffee. The choice is all yours, not somebody else's. Get breakfast just the way you want it with Wendy's breakfast 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles today. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Limited time only during breakfast hours. U.S. price and participation may vary. Not valid in a combo. Single item at regular price.
Join us tomorrow for the first ever NFL Black Friday game as the New York Jets host the Miami Dolphins in a meaningful AFC East matchup. Ian Eagle and the McCourty twins, Jason and Devin, will have all the action live from MetLife Stadium. Begins at 2:30 p.m. Eastern, right here on most of these same Westwood One stations. For more information or to listen to the live stream for free, log on to WestwoodOneSports.com.
Wait, John, did you say the McCourty twins?
I'm hoping that there is some kind of parent trap move and that they fake Ian in some way during the course of the game.
Oh, God bless Ian. He's got it's like herding cats with those two.
Well, for Washington, the last drive for the Commanders came up empty, consumed nearly 5 minutes. They went 51 yards but could not convert on 4th and less than a yard. Here, a drive begins at their own 20, down 20-10. Howell out of the gun, Gibson sidecar left. Shotgun snap, he fades back. Looking right side, he throws that way. Caught at the 25, a curl and spin upfield into collision with a couple of Cowboys at around the 29. Damone Clark and Donovan Wilson were there to turn back Curtis Samuel.
You know, it sounds probably funny to compliment an offensive coordinator whose team's trailing 20-10 in the third. But I think Eric Bieniemy's done a really nice job game planning this front of Dallas, trying to keep Micah Parsons not involved, getting the ball out quickly. Sam Howell has executed it, no turnovers. They just got to finish some of these drops because they're gaining yards against good quality defense.
Second down, less than a yard. Handoff goes to Gibson, and he has right to the line of scrimmage. Donovan Wilson able to stick him there, and it looks like they're going to mark him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain, third down, and a little less than a yard.
Donovan Wilson's been very active in and around the box. Remember, he's a strong safety. They use him kind of as a pseudo linebacker in certain down and distance situations and certain personnel situations.
Towel swirl. Remember, the story early for Washington was third and forever constantly. But they had third and one, came up short, and fourth and one last drive. Here's third and one at their own 29. Edge pressure shown far side. The snap and a roll near side, fling out near left, caught by Samuel. It's the second hitter who's able to stymie him after he gains the first, gets beyond the 30, tripped up by Damone Clark, Jordan Lewis. They're able to move the chains with a gain of 4.
Little rub route. Samuel's inside in the slot. They rub him off, rub the nickel, Jordan Lewis, and he's wide open in the flat. And that's what you can do with a mobile quarterback. Sam Howell sprints left, puts it on. Really good call on third and one.
Samuel with 89 yards receiving today. Gibson is in. Howell out of the gun. First and 10. Washington from its 33 near hash. 5-step drop. He throws near left. Caught by his back at Gibson, who spins upfield. A couple of Cowboys away. And at around the 36, it's Deron Bland and Marquise Bell. Take him out there. Gain of, we'll call it 2 to the 35.
John, it's interesting when you watch tape of a young quarterback, which is, he's in his second year, but really a one-year starter. Last week's tape was pretty bad. 3 horrible interceptions, a bunch of sacks, couldn't get the ball out. This week's tape is more emblematic of what I saw against, say, Philadelphia and Seattle. Solid, tough, not turning it over. But that's what a rookie or a young quarterback gives you.
Flag on the snap, and it looks like movement.
And they got him in the 5th.
Ball start. Offense number 82. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
Tight end Logan Thomas.
So they get him in the 5th round a year ago in 22 draft, and they're trying to figure out if he's their guy. And there are a lot of quarterbacks out there in this year's draft, depending on who declares for the draft. It's supposed to be a quarterback-rich drafting class, but for Washington, really, decision number 1, which is going to drive everything they do in the future, is whether or not Sam Howell's your quarterback.
3 wide, slot right, single back left. Second and 12 from the 31. And a delayed handoff gets nothing. There's piercing pressure by Odighizuwa again. As soon as the ball hit the belly of the back, he is there with contact. And he's going to be marked at the 31, no gain.
Yeah, he's had a big game. He spent about half the game in the Commanders' backfield. He's a little bit too quick and explosive for some of their interior players.
Howell has handled third down well. 7 of 9, 89 yards on third down, picking up 5 first downs in the process. But no NFL quarterback has been sacked or hit more than Howell, who co-leads the NFL in interceptions with Josh Allen. The crowd roars. Gibson to the backfield. Trips right. Out of the gun. He fades back on third down, needing a dozen. He launches deep over the middle, off the hand of his target. There was Jordan Lewis to greet Curtis Samuel as the ball arrived and disrupted right at the point of possible catch. Incomplete.
And there's a mistake by a young quarterback. That ball was a good 2 yards behind his target. He actually had the receiver open on a deep in route, a big route. He had really good protection. The ball was thrown behind and allowed the nickel, Jordan Lewis, to get involved with the pass broken up.
Now Tressway to punt. Turpin return in at his own 20. Snap a little tall, left-footed kick, a shot in the air, good hang. Turpin backpedaling to the 15, brings it in at his 13, loops up the right side of the 15, stiff arm, and Whippenham goes out of bounds at around the 17-yard line. And that was Hudson on special teams coverage.
Fans didn't like it. It was that non-popular hip drop tackle, but it's legal.
That's a 56-yard punt, a 4-yard run back. Your score, 2:53 to go, third quarter. Dallas 20, Washington 10. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Get ready for holiday feast season with Pepto-Bismol.
Uncle Derek's here with his famous fried turkey. Hey, Aunt Mary brought the mac and cheese. Donna's here.
with the potato salad.
Pepto-Bismol provides fast 5-symptom relief for unexpected stomach upsets. So enjoy the holidays. Pepto has you covered, no matter who made the potato salad.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Pepto-Bismol. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Jim Rome here. Dallas Black Friday event is their biggest sale of the year. Shop limited time deals on laptops like the stylish, innovative XPS 13, engineered to do it all on the Intel Evo platform. Plus, save big on ultra-shot monitors and top brand accessories. It is the perfect time to upgrade any home, business, or gaming setup powered by Intel Core processors. So shop now at Dell.com/deals to take advantage of huge savings and free shipping. Once again, Dell.com/deals.
Honey, can you swing by the post office and grab some stamps?
Done.
And drop off these packages?
Sure thing, honey.
Oh, and get the tracking info.
Got it.
But you haven't moved.
I know. How great is that?
This holiday season, the Postal Service is closer than ever with convenient ship-from-home services like label printing, free package pickups, and delivery notifications. You can send more holiday joy from the comfort of home. The United States Postal Service, delivering for America. Ship from home at USPS.com/holidayjoy.
Jim Gaffigan here with some more Straight Talk. Let's take a moment to appreciate our sweet children, loving grandparents, and eternal soulmates. Now let's use them to save money on wireless. Because with the Straight Talk Silver Plan, you get 4 lines for just $25 a month with unlimited data and no contract. So add those human pawns, loved ones, and save money. Thanks, kids. They're finally worth it. Straight Talk Wireless, available at Walmart.
Get 4 lines on Silver Unlimited for $25 per line per month, plus taxes and fees. For data management practices and additional terms, visit straighttalk.com.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood One, your home for the National Football League.
WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1, New York. Always live on the Free Odyssey app.
2:53 to go, third quarter. Welcome on back, AT&T Stadium in Dallas. John Sadak, Mike Mayock, our outstanding Westwood One crew, including executive producer extraordinaire Howard Deneroff. Cowboys poised to begin a drive at their own 17, going left to right. Prescott under center, Pollard the deep back, everyone bunched tight. Handoff goes to Pollard to the right side, but in the backfield, already commander pressure from Jonathan Allen stumbles him back of the line of scrimmage, lost half a yard.
He's so quick out of his stance. Jonathan Allen from the backside beats the Oddage to center. Shoe top tackle. Love watching him play.
Two-time Pro Bowler, 39 sacks in his career, the most by any D-tackle in franchise history for Washington. Second down to call it 11. Shotgun snap, Prescott play fake to Pollard, looking left side, pats, he throws left to his tight end, wide open, Jake Ferguson, and their timing just off as he bent looking over his left shoulder toward the left sideline. It whistled overhead, incomplete.
Wide open, the tight end on a corner route. All he had to do was layer it over the head of Quan Martin, the safety, who was in the flat, and he overthrew him by 5 yards. That's the second bad miss of the day for quarterback Dak Prescott.
And that sets up third down and 11. Cowboys from their own 16. Lamb is the outside man, trips left, single, wide out right, and Gallup. Pollard the lone back alongside Prescott. Commander showing man with receiver motion. Prescott after the snap, rolling to his left, steps into a throw, leaping catch made at the 40-yard line by Brandon Cooks. Contact then comes from Martin. They pick up 25 yards. Percy Butler was there as we hit 2 minutes third quarter. A big play for Dallas.
Yeah, as bad as that last throw was by Dak, this play was really special because he was able to expand to his left, extend the play. There was some pressure. He extends, goes to his left, stops, throws it up over a defensive tackle, Deron Payne, and picks up a big first down.
Double tight end, go from left to right. Prescott yells out kill from under center. Lamb has press coverage solo left. First and 10 from the 41. Handoff to Pollard, has some space right side, makes the first man miss, runs out of the second hit into the third and fourth, and keeps his balance as he's driven out of bounds at the 49. That's a violent 8 yards as he took Kendall Fuller and Khalid Hudson for a ride.
Yeah, he is quick, he's explosive. He bounced outside defensive end Casey Tuhill, who had contained, and then he just dropped his pad level and exploded into about their entire defensive backfield. I mean, I love watching Pollard play football. So quick, so explosive, excellent in space.
Second down at a little over a yard, just short of midfield. Dowdle is checked in at running back. Pollard needs a blow. Lamb is slot left where he's excelled. Prescott, play fake, fading back out of the gun. He launches left side. A leaping catch try comes up short, a little behind and high for Lamb, who was defended there by Quan Martin. Incomplete, 3rd and 1.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
COVID-19 can keep you on the sidelines. If you're more likely to get very sick from COVID, ask your doctor if prescription oral treatment is right for you. Visit COVID19.com, sponsored by Pfizer.
They've done a really nice job on CeeDee Lamb. Said 7 targets, only 2 catches for 24. Any chance they get to put the safety over top of him.
Double tight end right from under center. Flag flies as Prescott tried to ram it in off right guard. And he got knocked down by a couple of Commanders. It seemed like he had the first. Cody Barton was there, but the flags flew out as he launched.
Illegal motion. Offense number 84. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Sean McKeon, who was one of those extra tight ends on the right side.
Yeah, when you don't get very many snaps like Sean McKeon, what you don't want to do is be late into your stance, which is, I think, what they got him for, because he didn't move at all.
That means it's 3rd down and about 6, just south of the 45. They need to get to the Washington 49. Dowdle remains in, trips left, inside man is Lamb, motions left to right. There's now 4 wide, 2 and 2, tight end slot right. Play fake, Prescott rolling right, pumps, he throws, it's caught by Lamb, out of the first hit, out of the second, and spun down after he earns the first to the Commander 42. Benjamin St. Juste had the clean whip on the first tackle try. Jamin Davis finally gets him after he earns 14.
Yeah, he's a baller. I mean, he reminds me so much of Michael Irvin, just watching him play, and that was a man beater on 3rd down, quick comeback off play action, and he makes 3 people miss.
And Prescott will not get the snap off. Zeros arrive. We are through 3 quarters on this Thanksgiving 2023. Your score, Dallas 20, Washington 10. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Do you have a game plan for COVID-19? Prescription oral treatments must be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms, even if mild. If you have a high risk factor, ask your doctor if treatment is right for you. Visit treatcovid19.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Try Barbasol 1919 Classic Shaving Cream. Paying homage to the original invented over 100 years ago. This non-aerosol formula features enhanced ingredients, an exceptional glide, and crisp fragrance for a winning shave experience. Learn more at Barbasol.com.
We all love to follow the pros. And when it comes to selling online, the pros trust Shopify. New Era, Allbirds, Untuckit, Skims, even Mattel. They all sell with Shopify because Shopify has the best converting checkout on the planet. And it's not just the big brands. Millions of businesses are boosting their sales with the same legendary Shopify checkout. Start selling like the pros and sell with Shopify. Start your $1 a month trial today at Shopify.com/football.
I know a lot of you really want the State Farm personal price plan, but what's with the oversharing? Like this voicemail from Leah.
Jake from State Farm. Listen, so sometimes I like to nibble on licorice and pretend I'm a teeny mouse, chewing through wires.
You don't need to get that personal. The State Farm personal price plan helps you create an affordable price just for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Black Friday Golden Gable deals are here at Lowe's. Get up to 45% off and save an extra $100 on every $800 you spend on select major appliances. And get up to 60% off Thanksgiving Day online-only deals. Because Lowe's knows Black Friday. Appliances offer valid 11/23 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. Savings vary based on purchase amount. Exclusive supplies. See Lowe's.com for details. Thanksgiving Day offers valid 11/23 on Lowe's.com while supplies last.
Welcome back to AT&T Stadium. Along with Mike Mayock, I'm John Sadak. Our score, it's 20-10. Dallas leads Washington. The start of the fourth quarter is sponsored by Lowe's. Black Friday Golden Gable deals are here at Lowe's. Shop Thanksgiving Day online-only deals up to 40% off. Offers valid today only. Lowe's.com while supplies last. Well, we just got a heaping plate of cookies here in the booth, including some outstanding fully iced enveloped cake balls. This feels like a horn of plenty kind of day here, Mike.
Don't give me your cornucopia. I really don't want to hear about that, okay? And I also don't like the cake ball conversation. To me, That's chocolate with salt. And anytime you got salt and chocolate, it's a winner. And you don't call it a cake fall. Okay?
Just pure deliciousness. Fourth quarter getting underway. Pollard is in. Prescott out of the gun. First and 10 Dallas at the Washington 41. Option pitch left for Pollard, who gets low and drives into the hitter at the 35. It's Cody Barton, able to pick up about 6 yards. Well, through 3 quarters, Mike, first downs even at 18. Penalty 7 to Dallas, 4 to Washington. Total yards to Dallas, 335 to 272. But Washington has the ball for still just over 10 minutes more than Dallas has, but down 10 points.
But they're not finishing drives. They're getting a lot of yards. They're not finishing drives. And if Dallas finishes this one, you get a feeling you're into desperation time for Washington.
Second and 4 from the 35. Prescott from under center. Play fake. Steps up, pocket holds. He slips it out to Pollard, who tumbles down to make the catch at the 34. Only gets a yard. And Jalen Harris was there to make contact. 3rd down and 3.
3rd and 3. The ball is on the, let's see where they place this, about the 34. Throw an incomplete pass. That's a 52-yard field goal attempt. This is a big play for Washington.
Aubrey's hit from as long as 58. That was week 8 against the Rams. He's been perfect on 21 field goal tries as a unique 28-year-old rookie. Pollard in the backfield. Out of the gun, Prescott. Pressure comes. He feels it. He's hit as he throws, and he connects. Incomplete. It was in and out of the clutches of his tight end, Luke Schoonmaker. He had it inside of his defender, and as he tumbled down, he lost the handle, never established possession.
Yeah, the key to that play for Washington is immediate pressure. Jamin Davis, the linebacker, they got a couple other guys involved there. It forces a low throw, and Percy Butler does a nice job kind of stripping it at the end.
So here's Aubrey, who played soccer in his Notre Dame days at college and pro soccer. The USFL got him into pro football when his wife told him watching a game, you can do that. 52-yard try from the near hash, right to left. He's perfect on 21 tries. Snap, spot, right foot of kick is in the air. He's got plenty of distance, and he drills it. He had a good 10-plus yards well beyond the uprights, and he connects from 52 yards out. It's 23-10 Dallas, 13:36 to go in the fourth quarter. With that field goal, Barbasol will make another donation to Kurt and Brenda Warner's Treasure House, a living community for adults with disabilities. Barbasol, the trusted choice for a close, comfortable shave. Close Shave America, Close Shave, Barbasol. Dallas 23, Washington 10, 13:36 to go in the fourth. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Clean every room of your house with the fighting power of Mr. Clean's antibacterial Summer Citrus Cleaner. Not only does it knock out dirt, it kills 99.9% of bacteria, and it works all around the house on everything from linoleum to tile to toilets and bathtubs, and even garbage cans. So this week, pick up Mr. Clean's antibacterial Summer Citrus Cleaner at City Line Distributors in West Haven, Connecticut, or at Chuck's Market in Harrisville, New York. Let Mr. Clean's antibacterial Summer Citrus Cleaner knock out dirt in every room of your house.
Amazon's got the best deals on Black Friday. Oh, the best deals are on Cyber Monday. Friday comes first when it comes to saving. Monday's worth the wait for what you've been craving. Feels so good, it'll feel like stealing. Real cool message for you, make it less appealing. What's with the beef? You can get that too. Why don't you call us? What's triggering you? Whichever day you're shopping on, you'll save a bunch at Amazon. On Black Friday, Cyber Monday too.
Lowe's knows how to save pros time and money. Right now, save $200 on a DeWalt miter saw, now just $399. And there's more. Save $100 on a DeWalt table saw, only $299. Visit us in-store or online for more deals you can't beat. Because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Selection varies by location while supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details. Black Friday Golden Gable deals are here at Lowe's. Get 20% off select fresh cut Christmas trees and play our instant win game early for a chance to win the $10,000 Lowe's e-gift card grand prize. Trees valid through 11/24. In-store only. Actual tree size and selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. Spin to win. No purchase necessary. Starts 11/24. Ends 11/25 at 4 a.m. Eastern. Residents of 50 USDC, 18 or older, and age majority. Void where prohibited. See official rules at Lowe'sGoldenGable.com/rules. Sponsor Lowe's.
Welcome back to the Grainger broadcast booth at AT&T Stadium. Along with Mike Mayock, I'm John Sadak. Tackle your to-do list with Grainger. From locker rooms to plant floors, Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. 13:36 to go, fourth quarter. Dallas 23, Washington 10. A 10-play, 49-yard drive. Took up 4 minutes, 17 seconds. 52-yard field goal made by Brandon Aubrey, who's set to kick right to left. And he shoots the ball in the air. They will not attempt to bring this one back. It drops halfway deep in the end zone. A touchback. And now, is this make or break time for the Washington Commander offense?
There's only a certain number of possessions in a game, and now we're in the fourth quarter, so you're only going to get 2 or 3 possessions, and you're down 2 scores. So common sense, more than anything, just tells you got to take advantage of every possession you have. And they've got a lot of yards, but they haven't finished drives. That's really been the key to what their offensive woes have been all day.
They go trips right, shotgun, single back left. First down and 10 for the 25. Robinson sidecar left to Howell. He takes the snap, drops back. Looking right, he's pressured. Steps out of the hit. Now he gets hammered by Parsons. And a second Cowboy collapses. Dante Fowler. They drop him back at the 18-yard line. A loss of 7, the third sack of the day.
Yeah, Parsons literally just took the right tackle and dropped him in the quarterback's lap in under a second and a half. Hal stepped up in the pocket. Parsons just spun around and sacked him anyway. And I had my binoculars on that, and that's really special.
Parsons, top 7 of the league in sacks and QB hits. He had been a big part of the scouting report, largely contained and tame today, explodes there. Empty, 5 wide trips left, 2nd and 17 from the 18. Out of the shotgun snap, a throw near right, nearly picked, slapped down. That was Marquise Bell, who could smell touchdown, but he could not hold on, and instead knocked it down, intended for Logan Thomas.
Yeah, this is what happens when you're one-dimensional. When the other team knows you got to throw the ball, then first down, what happens? You get a sack. Second down, Marquise Bell, who starts at linebacker, he was a safety at Florida A&M. He was a rattler and a safety, and they've made him a linebacker in today's NFL because he can run, hit, and cover.
He is their second leading tackler. Nearly had a score. Dallas with 5 defensive touchdowns this year. Third down at 17. Washington from its own 18. Secondary blitz comes. Backside pressure. Howell steps into it. Over the middle. It's caught. And it's going to be just short at the 34 by Byron Pringle. Jordan Lewis was there. They picked up 16. It's 4th down and 1.
Good job by the offensive line. They turned their protection to number 11. Micah Parsons got him under control, and the quarterback stepped up in the pocket and delivered it.
And to your earlier point, here it is, early fourth quarter, going for it, 4th and 1 at their own 34.
Yeah, you have to. You're not going to get it back in time to win a football game if you don't convert here.
Towels twirl. Most fans stand. Single back right, trips left. Gun between the hashers, left to right. 12:04, clock rolls, fourth quarter. 23-10 Dallas. Play clock ticks down. Howell, shotgun snap. Robinson tries to pick up the blitz. Second man in, sacks him. It's Jonathan Hankins who swallows up Howell. Swings him down back at the 24. That's a loss of 10 and a couple of sacks in the one possession.
Yeah, that was really caused by Damone Clark coming off the edge, and he ate up the running back, Brian Robinson, pushed him back in the pocket, forced Howell to pull the ball down, and Hank met him in the hole.
So not only does that deny, but it gives Dallas abundant opportunity. With a lot of time left, Cowboys begin a drive at the Washington 24. Prescott under center.
Alert play action, deep shot right here. Nope.
Toss to the right and into a wave of defenders. Tony Pollard. He'll get only about a half yard of the 23. There was Deron Payne who was in there, but the clock rolls. On a day the time of possession has been dominated by the Commanders with little payoff. It's now Dallas that normally in beefy fashion owns the football, able to tick seconds off the clock.
Time of possession's cool, but you got to finish. You got to put points on the board. 10 points at this point isn't going to do anybody any good.
And Dallas can decidedly take its time when it feels like. Pollard, single back out of the gun. Most men tight, Lamb motion late left. Play fake, rolling near left, one-footed throw on the run, connected to just south of the 15. It was a battle between Brandon Cooks and Benjamin St. Just, and Cooks able to own the ball and rip it away, earns 8.
Good job by Kendall Fuller, because what they really wanted on this rollout to the left, they wanted a double move to C.D. Lamb, and really good coverage by Fuller, and it forced Dak to check it down against good coverage for a game.
3rd down and 1. Snap from the 15. Pollard in the backfield. Land motion from the right slot. They show man as Martin goes with him. Out of the gun, play fake. Prescott looking, pocket holding. He lobs to Lamb. Right side, caught. Touchdown. Martin was trailing by a good 3 strides. And the lob for 6. It's 29-10 Dallas. 10:32 to go in the 4th.
And John, you called it 100% correctly when you said it was man coverage. And that's why they ran the little motion. And they ended up getting the rookie second-round pick, a safety, Quan Martin, on C.D. Lamb. And that's a mismatch. And that's what this league is about, mismatches. Dak Prescott knew pre-snap where he was going. He allowed some contact to happen at the 5-yard line, threw the ball to the back pylon, touchdown, too easy.
Well, Prescott, 3 TDs, no picks today. And they're going to go for 2 here, up 29-10. So Dowdle is checked in. They go pistol for the first time today. Make that Pollard motion, who's in there as a wideout. Play fake, looking to Pollard. He's covered. A fire over the middle, back of the end zone. He's out of the end zone, and the white catch was made, but not in the end zone. So no score for C.D. Lamb while he made the catch. They fail on the 2-point try. Your score, Dallas 29, Washington 10, 10:32 to go in the 4th. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, a Pfizer vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just 1 dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infection from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Shop Macy's Black Friday specials for amazing deals on gifts they'll love now while supplies last. Like 25% off Nike for him, her, and kids. 75% off fine jewelry. And 10 to 50% off select appliances from Black & Decker, Cuisinart, Instant Pot, and more. Stores are closed today, so shop Black Friday specials at Macy's.com now. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
They have reversed the call. 2-point conversion is good for C.D. Lamb. The left foot was down as he made the catch. He just slam dunked the ball into the Salvation Army pot after the play. So it's now a 31-10 Dallas lead. Time now for the Shopify back of the game. Only a couple of sacks on Sam Howell going into the last Washington drive. He got sacked twice during the course of that drive. He is now at over 3,200 passing yards and 55 sacks. He's on pace to be the 3rd quarterback in NFL history to lead the league in passing yards and time sacks in the same season. Mark Brunell with the Jags in 96, Jeff George with Oakland in 97. That's the Shopify back to the game. Want to sell smarter? Get Shopify. Shopify's commerce platform helps you sell more with the best converting checkout on the internet. Get a $1 per month trial at shopify.com/football. And so Dallas ready to kick right to left. What a momentum swing after 9 Washington on a 4th down attempt on its own side of the 50. The score and the 2-point conversion. That was a 3-play, 24-yard drive. Took less than 90 seconds. So now the kick And no attempt to run it back for Pringle. So 10:32 to go in the fourth quarter. It's 31-10 Dallas, and it felt like in very quick, rapid-fire fashion, the game's any possibility kind of swung with only a series of plays.
And when you're a major underdog like Washington is and was, you can't give the football game away. They played conservative, they played tough, but they couldn't convert drives, and the last one was an example of that. 4th and 1, they take a sack, and Dallas turns around, goes 3 plays, 24 yards, and bang, all of a sudden it's 31-13, 31-10.
Energy in this place feels very different. Dallas showing pressure. Howell out of the gun has to step up. He's hit as he throws and finds his man, Curtis Samuel, on a crossing look. That was guts to step up, absorb the harm. Jordan Lewis in coverage. But he makes the grab at the 35 and picks up 10, first down.
I don't think anybody's going to question Sam Howell's toughness.
Robinson, sidecar left again, trips right. Howell fading back, looking left side. Steps into it, it's caught at the Dallas 47. His favorite target, Terry McLaurin, and then veers out of bounds with help from Deron Bland. They're able to pick up the first as he picks up 24 yards. Samuel has 100 yards receiving now with 10 grabs on the game. He had just over 340 all season entering the game.
Yeah, they've been trying to take McLaurin out of the game. That was one of the few plays where he had one-on-one with Deron Bland. Ran a great route. Physical at the top of the route. Across the face of the corner. Was wide open on an out route at about 12.
First and 10 at the Dallas 41. Out of the gun, trips right. Howell fades back left hash. Looking left side. He slings it again to the left side. And that is spun and knocked away by Dallas. That was Donovan Wilson, who was closest to it. And he tumbled down to the ground and nearly had the pick trying to shield and cup the ball from the turf.
Yeah, this is man coverage, and Donovan Wilson ran the route for the tight end Logan Wilson. I mean, he did a better job coming back to the football than the offensive player did. That was really well done by the safety, Donovan Wilson.
Second down and 10 at the Dallas 41. 31-10 Dallas, the commanding lead. 9:29 to go, clock frozen fourth quarter. Gibson checks in and back. They go 4 wide, 2 and 2, tight end left. Out of the gun, left hash. Right foot up and down. Blitz comes. Howell fades back. Pocket holds. He steps into it near right. Caught at the 35. Immediate contact from Stephon Gilmore on Terry McLaurin as he's able to pick up 6. Tune in to watch all the excitement of the NFL this Sunday on Fox. Check your local listings for games and times in your area. Catch the NFL on Fox, 3rd and 4th. The ball at the 35 in Dallas territory. Mo stand. Towel still twirl. Trips left, Howell out of the gun. He takes the snap, fades back, looking right side. He throws there. McLaurin, hot potato, could not quite handle, incomplete at the 30. Stephon Gilmore was right there, 4th down.
We had McLaurin at the Senior Bowl when I was with the Raiders, and he became one of the favorite players of all out of the whole Senior Bowl with our coaching staff and scouting staff, and had a chance to just give him a quick hug before the game and tell him how great a player he's become. What was cool about Terry McLaurin is he's not just a great football player. What a kid. He's a leader. He does everything the right way. The locker room respects the heck out of him. He's the kind of guy you want to pay the big money when it's time because he's going to do it the right way.
4th down and 4. 0 for 2 on 4th down. They lost yardage the first 2 attempts. Deep drop. Howell hit as he throws. Short and incomplete. Looking for McLaurin. Once again, Gilmore was stride for stride with him as he looked for him down at the 30. Outside the numbers left. Incomplete. Another turnover on downs forced by the Dallas defense.
I mean, that's just kind of a synopsis of this football game. The 3rd time on 4th down, they can't come up with the necessary yardage. That time, people were around Howell's feet. He couldn't step into the throw. I think had he been able to have a clean shot there, he probably makes that throw because McLaurin had about a yard of separation.
And so while the turnovers in traditional fashion haven't piled up like they did last week, that's now 3 times they failed to convert on 4th down.
Now, that's a good point, John. It's still a turnover. You're not punting. You're not gaining yardage. You're handing the ball at that point.
Well, Prescott under center. Pollard the deep back. 1st and 10, Dallas at its own 35. Jet sweep. And not much is not baffled was Washington. Percy Butler was there for the contact. And it's around the 34, loss of a yard on C.D. Lamb. Tomorrow, the first ever Black Friday game in the NFL. The Miami Dolphins take on the New York Jets. Stream for free. Kickoff is at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Dolphins, Jets, Prime Video, or right here on Westwood One, Ian Eagle and the McCourty twins. I think Ian should bring his son Noah in just for fair measure because they looked so similar. You know, maybe
that's a fair point.
Yeah.
Maybe we should talk to our boss. You know where we could find him?
Double twins.
Because he's supposed to be working today, and I haven't seen him.
Handoff here, and a big hole left side for Pollard, who runs out of a tackle, and the second stiff arms a man, spins out of a third hit. It's the fourth hitter. Malik Hudson with help from Fuller that finally dropped him all the way down to the Washington 38. That's a 27-yard man run by Tony Pollard.
They're starting to get him going on these chunk runs. Last week, 20-yard gain followed by a 21-yard touchdown run. Today, that's another big run for Pollard as he starts to close in. How many yards does he have now in the run game?
79 on 13 carries, averaging over 6 per. First and 10 set up at the Washington 38. Handoff goes to Rico Dowdle, who was subbed in. He spins off the first hit. It's Cam Curl, the second man, who sticks him in the chest at around the 36. Gain of 2, second and 8.
Kind of a big deal if they can get that run game going to where they want to get it going with the big plays generated by Pollard. And I'm just kind of looking ahead to the schedule in front of them with 5 really good football teams in front of them, and then the playoffs. And an ability to get explosive games in the run game would be huge for this offense.
Cowboys with over 30 points on the board for a 6th consecutive home game, a franchise record. They are averaging 40 points per at home. That's tops in the NFL. Dowdle single back left, second down and 8 from the 36. And an option flick left to Dowdle. Tries to find a seam that does not come. A swarm of white jerseys envelop him. Some shoving after the play. Jamin Davis got the denial after he picked up 2. And the referee stepped between Jake Ferguson and a couple of commanders.
You know, I mean, if you want to talk statistics and how good they are at home or whatever, I mean, Dallas has won 6 games by 20 or more points. If they win it, they're up 21 now. If they do it again, that's 7. And I believe it ties a franchise record.
That was set by the 1968 team.
I knew you'd know the answer to that. You're a detail guy. I just throw it out there and you just knock them out of the park.
I like you using baseball analogy there. Appreciate that. 3rd and 6. Prescott dropping back. He looks and he flings a deep shot over top. Touchdown!
Wide open.
Devontae Turpin had huge separation. Riding the right hash. He streaks in for 6. It's 37-10. Cowboys dominating on Thanksgiving.
In a tradition like none other, Turpin is so small you can't even see him in the Salvation Army bucket. He's listed at 153 pounds, but he runs a 40 in about 2.3.
He is in that sparkle kettle. Shade some of the Dolly Parton halftime performance that was bedazzled for all to see. And here the point after for Aubrey's in the air and good. 5:59 to go in the 4th quarter. Tack another one on. It's 38-10. Dallas all over Washington. So another big-time play. This Washington team on the year has excelled in 4th quarters. That has decidedly not been the case so far today. Stay tuned for part 3 of our special Thanksgiving Day NFL triple header here on Westwood One. The San Francisco 49ers meet the Seattle Seahawks. Ryan Radke and the Hall of Famer James Lofton will have all the action live from Seattle. Gets underway 8 o'clock Eastern Time right here on most of these same Westwood One stations via the NFL app or on Alexa-enabled devices, also online and at our website, westwoodonesports.com. What a drive. 5 plays, 65 yards in just 2 minutes, 51 seconds to pay off the 34-yard pass to Turpin. That's the 4th touchdown pass today for Dak Prescott. All have been 15-plus yards. So big play in a big way. And now Dallas ready to kick right to left. The towels continue to spin. It's been a jubilant celebration, particularly on the back half of this game, as Dallas is pulled away. Well, Pringle, the return man, a few strides deep in his end zone to our left. Aubrey to the teed-up ball right to left. And he charges the ball in the air. They will let it go. More than deep enough. Rear wide of the end zone. Touchback. So what are you trying to build on here? What are you trying to look for in these final 6 minutes of the fourth quarter with a lopsided score.
Which team?
Both sides.
I mean, if you're Washington, you got new ownership. You got a head coach in Ron Rivera who potentially has a job on the line. All the guys out there under new ownership, you're literally have no idea what Josh Harris is or isn't going to do after the season. Or there is some speculation that the head coach could lose his job this week, which I don't believe. But there's speculation out there. So what you want on Washington is you want to see him finish this game. Just finish it. Play your tail off and don't give up.
Powell flings it out to his back. Gibson, right side, gets helped out of bounds by Wanye Thomas, able to pick up 3 to the 28.
John, I'm looking at the television monitor, and it looks like, can you see it right now? It looks like our guy, Dak Prescott, had a turkey leg on the sideline.
Getting ready for the turducken, perhaps, after a stellar performance. He's probably done at this point. Howell fading back out of the gun. Sidearm fling to his back over the middle at the 30. Ball knocked free, but pulled incomplete. He never quite had the catch. Antonio Gibson. Contact from Thomas.
I'll tell you one thing. I mean, if he's not done for the day, the ball's going to be slick after that turkey leg.
Well, this is, of course, another John Madden Thanksgiving celebration. Second annual, honoring the late outstanding coach and analyst, pop culture phenomenon within the sport. His impact on the game, his love of Thanksgiving. The coin used for the pregame toss had a silhouette of Coach Madden on one side for heads and the six-legged turducken on the tail side. Gibson sidecar right out of the gun, fading back on 3rd and 7, rolling right. Howell has time, but there's coverage, and he throws short and in. Grabbed on the right sideline by tight end, who's able to charge up and sprint into and beyond Dallas territory. They're able to pick up a first down. That is Cole Turner. They're going to spot that with a gain of 29 yards all the way up to the Dallas 43.
Yeah, rolling right, tip ball. Goes up in the air. Good job by the big tight end.
Now Howell out of the gun on 1st and 10. Fades back right hash. Steps into the throw. Right side. Too long. Incomplete. There was bracket double team coverage down the field against the Ami Brown. And it sails out of bounds. Gilmore, the primary defender.
So I think two things. Number one, if you haven't seen the documentary done on John Madden that came out after he passed, it's must-see television. Look it up, find it, watch it. It just gives you such a great feeling for the man, not just the football guy. And two, John, you're the detail guy. I think you need to tell everybody what turducken really is.
Oh, it's 3 different birds in one. It's a genius move with the turkey, chicken, and duck all within each other. Howell out of the gun, fades back, throws left, tight, picked off, sprinting down the sideline, Deron Bland. He's got a man to beat. He does, and a second, he's in for a pick six. It's a record. Deron Bland, 62-yard run back, his 5th pick six, a first in NFL history, and an exclamation point on a blowout in this Thanksgiving game. It's 44-10. He is in the Salvation Army kettle, and he is in NFL lore. They put it on the big board. 5 pick sixes for Deron Bland. What a miraculous season with still weeks to go in the campaign and an all-time effort realized on Thanksgiving 2023. That's his NFL best 7th interception overall.
That was so monumental.
30-second timeout.
5th round pick. You know what I thought of watching tape of him this week, John? I couldn't, and some of the young guys won't remember who this is, but Everson Walls was an undrafted free agent that came to Dallas and had a close to Hall of Fame career, and he had an ability to be around the football all the time. And this kid is the same way. He makes plays on the ball. He was a wideout in high school, so he knows how to finish when the ball's in the air. He made a couple people miss in the open field. That's just so rare and fun to watch.
So Deron Bland, the first man to have 5 pick sixes in a year. The last to even have 4 was Eric Allen with the Eagles. That was way back in 1993. Now the point after from Aubrey. Bit of a high snap. Right footed kick is in the air, and it is good. 4:39 to go in the fourth quarter. An historic effort with that pick six. It is 45-10. Dallas, a break in the action. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Selling online is a lot like football. You need guts. You need stamina. You need conversion. Touchdown! And Shopify is the best converting checkout on the planet. Now, we're not just talking two-point conversion. Shopify's checkout converts up to 36% better than other leading e-commerce platforms. So whether you're just starting out or scaling up, score more sales with Shopify. Start your $1 a month trial today at shopify.com/football.
A reminder, you can once again listen to every Westwood One NFL broadcast this season for free via the NFL app. Monday Night Football, Sunday Night Football, Thursday Night Football, Thanksgiving Day, Black Friday, Christmas Day, plus the entire postseason. From now into Super Bowl 58 in February, the NFL is on Westwood One, and it's on the NFL app too. Download for free today. Pick six by Deron Bland, 45-10 Dallas, 4:39 to go. Kickoff from Aubrey, man, he's got some adrenaline, huh? He shot that a good 10 yards rear of the end zone for a touchdown.
He kicked it through the uprights, too.
Wow. And you can feel the energy that is in this building after that historic play that has many murmuring still.
It seems a long way from 14-10 late in the first half, doesn't it? That's 31 unanswered points by Dallas.
Yeah, it has been domination, particularly during the course of this fourth quarter, is Deron Bland able to set an all-time record. So Gibson, the deep back, Howell under center, first pick of the day on either side. Bunch trips right, including a tight end. And the handoff goes to Gibson as he races off the right side. A couple of Cowboys spill him down at around the 27. He's able to pick up a couple.
Dallas has got a lot of backups in the game, which I think is very smart. We talked earlier about the schedule coming up for Dallas. Let's give them a win today, so they're going to be 8-3. But they've got Seattle next Thursday night, so that'll be their fourth game in 12 days. Excuse me. Then they've got Philadelphia, at Buffalo, at Miami, and Detroit. That's 5 significant games where they're going to have to compete at a high level just to have a winning record out of those 5.
Second down and called at 8. Ball spotted at the 27.5 out of the gun. And the handoff right up the gut for Gibson, who gets a few yards. And looped down at the 31 by Chauncey Golston, part of that second wave that's in for Dallas. And so they're able to pick up about 4. It'll be third down and called at 3. 45-10 Dallas. And a couple of those games you'll be able to hear right here on many of these same Westwood One stations. That Thursday night game against Seattle. And Sunday night against the Eagles. And also that Saturday game against the Lions, end of December. That's when Jimmy Johnson will be inducted into the Ring of Honor.
I will be here.
There you go.
I'm excited about that game.
Washington out of the gun. Toss play to Gibson left on 3rd and 3. He's able to turn it upfield and pick up the first. He breaks the plane at the need of 35, earns the 37. Now he gets 5 yards. But 3 minutes clock rolls, fourth quarter, 45-10, the authoritative lead for Dallas.
NFC East, the Eagles are 8-1 after that. I thought that they got whipped a little bit at the line of scrimmage on Monday night, still won a football game. And obviously Valdez-Scantling with a big drop, Travis Kelce with a big fumble, but Philly keeps finding a way to win. And the Cowboys are going to be 8-3 after today. The Eagles are 8-1 with Buffalo coming to town.
Now out of the gun, Rodriguez in at running back, gets the ball, sprints off the right side, runs out of a couple of tackles, and then trucks over the third hitter, Israel Lukwamu. And he's able to pick up 13. That is good for a first down.
So the big picture, really, in the NFC, a little different than the AFC, right? There's 6 teams with winning records in the NFC. There's 6 of them, and 1 team with a 500 record, which happens to be New Orleans, which is leading the NFC South at this point. So you're going to get a very average team coming out of the South. But up north, obviously the Eagles and the Cowboys, the Lions lost today. They're 8-3 now. And the 49ers and Seahawks play later tonight.
And we have hit the 2-minute warning. Your score in Dallas, Cowboys 45, Commanders 10. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
ease at which you get information. You want it, you get it. Like that. Ask your phone. Group chats. Smartphone. You're always connected and informed in real time. No waiting. So if you're diabetic and still using finger sticks to read your blood sugar, what are you waiting for? Knowing your blood sugar levels instantly is important for managing diabetes. Call US Med at 888-665-0577 to learn more about continuous glucose monitors, a real-time instant method to track your blood glucose. US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 1,000 private insurers. And the best part? Call 888-665-0577 and we'll give you a free insurance benefits check today. So call 888-665-0577 today. That's 888-665-0577 and manage your diabetes as easy as...
Do you have a game plan for COVID-19? Prescription oral treatments must be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms, even if mild. If you have a high risk factor, ask your doctor if treatment is right for you. Visit treatcovid19.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
It's time to select our Navy Federal Credit Union Defender of the Game. What do you say, Mike Mayock?
I think you start when you look at Dallas with Micah Parsons every week and what the other teams do to try to nullify him a bit. And they double-teamed him, they triple-teamed him. He still came at it today with a sack and a half. So from my perspective, it starts with Micah Parsons. I thought Osa Odighizuwa had a huge game inside, had a couple tackles for loss, 4 overall. And obviously we're going to talk more about the Ron Bland as the day goes on. But let's go with Micah Parsons and Osa Odighizuwa.
They are our defenders of the game, sponsored by Navy Federal Credit Union, proudly serving the armed forces, the DoD, veterans, and their families. Learn more at NavyFederal.org. So 2 minutes to go, fourth quarter, 45-10, the Dallas lead on Washington. Commanders ready for first down and 10. They are set up right at midfield at the start. The Thanksgiving clash between Dallas and Washington, familiar foes obviously in general in the NFC East. Today the Cowboys' 56th game on Thanksgiving, second most all time. Detroit played its 84th earlier today and falling to Green Bay. This is the 11th all-time meeting of Dallas and Washington on Thanksgiving, the 4th most common Turkey Day matchup. Lions Packers earlier today, a record 22nd time on Thanksgiving. So Howell operates out of the gun. Single back right is Chris Rodriguez Jr. He's been in more lately just this drive. Edge pressure shown near side. And the delayed handoff to Rodriguez, trying to find a hole, and he launches instead into the clutches of Mozzie Smith, and he suplexes him back with help from Chauncey Golston for a loss of a yard at the 49-yard line.
Yeah, things are getting chippy down there now. Leno, the left tackle from Washington, getting into it with a couple of the defensive linemen. And I think what Ron Rivera is trying to do is just get out of this game, not get anybody hurt, running the football, trying to run the clock down. Game is over, 45-10. Let's not get anybody hurt.
Commanders on their way to going 0-5 in division. They entered today one of 6 winless teams in divisional play, but no team had that many losses. All the others were 3 or less. They're going to go to 0-5. Rodriguez, the deep back. And the handoff running right into a pile of blue and white. The Cowboys trip him up at around the 45. He's able to pick up 6. Mozzie Smith was part of that pile. 103, clock rolls.
Yeah, and John, I think the one other guy that we haven't talked about that we need to is defensive coordinator Dan Quinn. And this team's gotten better and better since he got here. It's his 3rd year. They forced more fumbles than any team in the league the last 2 years. They generate turnovers at a huge level. Typically, they're very sound on the back end, don't give up a whole lot of big chunk plays. I think Dan Quinn has done a wonderful job with this defense.
Howell under center. 34 seconds. Handoff Rodriguez. Jumps into the defensive line, including Chauncey Golston, who denies him at around the 42. It's a gain of 3. The final seconds fading down. Pretty dominant fourth quarter. 25 points on the board in the fourth alone. That is tied for the second most of any fourth quarter in Dallas Cowboys history. The explosive passing game of Prescott with 4 touchdowns and 15-plus yards. And that dagger pick 6 as the clock hits zeros and it's gone final. Dallas dominates, a pronounced display in the fourth quarter, and a 45-10 annihilation of Washington in this Thanksgiving game. So that's now 13 consecutive wins at home for the Dallas Cowboys, the best active streak in the NFL. It's the second longest in franchise history, behind an 18-gamer that spanned from 1979 to 1981, and it continues a familiar refrain. Not only domination in terms of wins at home, but Dallas entered averaging 40 points per at home, tops in the league. That's going to go up with 45 on the board as a final today.
Yeah, Dallas has been impressive, A, at home, and B, against lesser opponents. They're taking care of business against teams with poor records, and they did it again today.
And, of course, one of the big moments of the game, Deron Bland with that 62-yard pick six as he set the outright single-season NFL record. And Dallas now with its 7th win of the year by 20 or more points, the most by any team since the Patriots had 7 in 2014. And that ties, as you mentioned earlier, the franchise record established back in 1968.
Well, coming into today, their defense in the 7 wins allowed 11 points a game. In the 3 losses, they allowed over 33 a game. So big difference. I think they're getting more and more consistent, and time to go down to the field.
And we're going to be joined now by Tony Pollard, John Sadak, Mike Mayock on the Westwood One call. Cowboys victorious 45-10. Tony, thank you for joining us. A happy Thanksgiving to you. Give us a feel for what the energy was like in that fourth quarter. A dominant display by your team on both sides.
I mean, the energy was just contagious. You know, the momentum that we got from the defense, you know, shutting them down. Then from the offense, you know, going down, punching it in, scoring, especially with DB on that last pick six. Yeah, the energy was just crazy inside.
Hey, Tony, this is Mike Mayock, and I've loved watching you ever since you were back at Memphis. And my question is, when you're a change of pace guy and you've got a guy like Zeke Elliott sharing the load with you, and then you become the feature guy, what kind of a difference in that load is it for you on a weekly basis?
You just got to know to be patient, you know, not rush things, not to press too hard and try to force things like that. And, you know, try to let the game come to you. When you're in and out, you know, in short spurts, you try to go all out, do a little bit more than what's normal, and then make plays. But once you're that guy, you got to know it's going to come. So just let it be patient and come to you.
That's a great answer. And I think as I look at the next 5 weeks, you got Seattle, Philly, Buffalo, Miami, and Detroit. And I know you got to take them one at a time. And I know you're going to enjoy tonight. But next Thursday night, you got Seattle coming to town. How do you approach that?
Next game up, you know, on to the next one. We're ready. We're locked in. You know, we'll go home after this one, enjoy this win, and then we're locked in the next day, ready to go.
Tony, thank you so much. Thank you for sharing this Thanksgiving time with us. Congrats on the win.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. And that is Tony Pollard, who finished with 13 carries, 79 yards, as he averaged over 6 per touch and a score on the ground. He also added 6 catches out of 6 targets for 24 yards, so over 100 yards from scrimmage from Pollard. And, you know, to your point, Mike, in this 45-10 win for Dallas, Tony Pollard is a very versatile weapon whose role has been elevated dramatically, and you saw some really spectacular big moments from him during the game.
Yeah, and I liked it last week when he had a 20-yard run, he had a 21-yard touchdown run. Today, I thought they did a great job getting him outside because it's tough to run on Washington inside. They ran crack toss and toss sweep a bunch of times to get him on the edge. And what he does best, if you get him a sliver of space, this kid's special. And he's going to show it more and more, I think, as he matures within this offense.
Yeah, and the touchdown's a big deal, right? Because Pollard had a touchdown last week in Carolina. That was his first touchdown since the Week 1 rout of the Giants. So now he's had scores in back-to-back weeks. Not just that cog that keeps drives going, but also another payoff option for when they get into red zone opportunities.
Yeah, and you look back in the old days, you know, when they had Michael Irvin and they had Emmitt Smith and Troy Aikman, and you look at this team and you go, okay, Dak's playing at a consistently high level, not an MVP-type level, but a really good, solid level. Then you look at the wideout. You've got CeeDee Lamb playing at a high level. The tight ends are playing better. And I really like the fact that if you can add a running attack that just doesn't average 3.9 or 4.0, but gets chunk games every game, it's a whole different conversation for this offense.
As I'm looking at a turducken on the monitor and you say chunk, I'm getting some Goonies flashbacks and some Thanksgiving memories that are all kind of coalescing together in one fell swoop.
Yeah, the Goonie thing, you're too young for that, man. I don't even know what that means.
Once again, the final score, Dallas 45, Washington 10. You're listening to the NFL on the Westwood One.
The holiday season is right around the corner, so give the gift that's hard to wrap, but easy to give. Give them a Steel. With powerful trimmers, blowers, and chainsaws to place under the tree, the Steel Holiday Gift Guide has something for everyone. Save $30 on the BG56 CE handheld blower. Visit your local Steel dealer or go to steelusa.com/gift guide. Real Steel. Find yours. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
My passion about Ancestry comes from the fact that I was an only child who didn't have family. I see all my friends doing family outings and family this, and I would spend weekends just lost in Ancestry. My first one I found was Liz. I was also an only child, and there were no big holiday gatherings where I got to know cousins or aunts. It's because of Ancestry we've kind of become bi-coastal besties.
The holidays are meant to be shared with family. Start today during our holiday sale at Ancestry.com.
Welcome on back to Dallas, 45-10. Cowboys clobber Washington as Dallas advances to 8-3. The Commanders have lost 8 of 10. They fall to 4-8. We check the final stats, sponsored by the United States Postal Service. This holiday season, send more joy from the comfort of home. Print shipping labels, schedule free package pickup, and turn on delivery notifications from the United Postal Service. Total yards went to Dallas, a final count of 431 to 376. Rushing yards to the Commanders, 108 to 100. In the air, it was Dallas 331, Washington at 268, and it was the average yards in the air, 10.3 for Dallas to just a little over 5.5 for Washington. Individually, Dak Prescott 22 of 32, 331 yards, 4 touchdowns, no picks, all 4 scores, 15-plus yards. Contrasted with Sam Howell, he was 28 of 44, 300 yards. The league's leading passer by yardage did have a 300-yard day, but no touchdowns, 1 pick, and not nearly as effective, particularly in third and shorts and some crucial fourth down attempts in the later stage of the game.
And to your point earlier, John, they went for it on fourth down 3 times. Not technically a turnover, but it is a turnover on downs, and just as hurtful for a team. So at the end of the day, Washington couldn't get the job done. They couldn't finish drives. Dallas started to make explosive plays in the second half, and it went from 14-10 to a final score of 45-10 very quickly.
What do you feel you learned in this game today?
I still need to see Dallas beat a quality opponent. Okay, they've beaten up on a lot of bad teams, and I give them credit. It means they're taking care of business. But you lost to San Francisco, you lost to Philly, you haven't beaten a team with a winning record, so guess what, Dallas? Here comes your opportunity. You got 5 friggin' teams coming your way in the next 5 weeks with winning records, and you got to take care of some business there.
Time to select the Pepto-Bismol upsetting moment of the game. What do you got?
Well, I mean, come on. The most upsetting moment to any Washington fan had to be sitting there watching your hopes drip away, and then all of a sudden a throw to the flat. Deron Bland, the exciting second-year corner from the Cowboys, steps in front, goes 62 yards, and establishes a new NFL record in only his second year in the National Football League. That has got to be upsetting. That has got to be awful if you're a Washington fan. But if you're a Cowboy fan or a Deron Bland fan, that was awesome, man.
He's got 5 pick sixes with 5 games to go, breaking a record that was last tied in 1993.
And I mean, the bigger body of work is he's got 12 picks in less than 2 years.
Yep.
As a second-year player. Are you kidding me?
And that is our Pepto-Bismol upsetting moment of the game. Pepto-Bismol provides fast 5-symptom relief from unexpected stomach upsets. Be ready for game day with Pepto-Bismol. Use as directed. Keep out of the reach of children. And so the Thanksgiving game here in Dallas comes to a close, a 45-10 final. A happy Thanksgiving to you, my friend. Your final thoughts today?
And happy Thanksgiving to you and yours, John. And it was really fun today. Thank you. Really, what it comes down to for me is we're starting to look at the playoffs now. It's late November. It's Thanksgiving. Who's going to play their best football? And really, can Dallas come out next week? And I've said this 3 times today. it's great that you're taking care of business with the poor teams, but you got to win some games against quality opponents. 5 in a row coming up. That's going to tell us what kind of team Dallas is.
And we'll see what that crystal ball can deliver. The final today, Dallas dominates 45-10 over Washington. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. We'll send it back to Scott Graham at our Westwood One studios. Scott?
All right, thank you very much, guys. Game number 2 in the books, and 2 divisional opponents facing off against one another. 2 frequent opponents on Thanksgiving for the second game in a row, the 11th time the Washington Commanders and the Dallas Cowboys have gotten together on Thanksgiving. For a while, this one looked like it might be a lot closer than some people thought. Dallas ended up with a couple of touchdowns in this ball game. At the midway point of the second quarter, they had a 14-3 lead, but then Washington went on a 13-play, 75-yard drive. It took 6.5 minutes off the clock. And when Sam Howell got inside the 2-minute warning for a touchdown, the extra point made it 14-10. Washington was within shouting distance just before halftime. Well, the Dallas Cowboys showed how explosive they could possibly be. It took just a minute 25 to go 75 yards in 5 plays and extend the lead back again before halftime.
Pollard in the backfield. Out of the gun. Hand off to Pollard. Zigzags into the piece of the defense. And he pinballs in. Touchdown, Dallas. He bounced off Percy Butler and broke the plane. 26 seconds before halftime. And Dallas doubling up Washington 20-10. Spectacular plays in sequence.
For all intents and purposes, that changed the entire momentum of the game. The teams were scoreless in the third quarter, so Washington was again still within shouting range. Brandon Aubrey hit a 52-yard field goal early in the fourth, but that began an onslaught of Dallas points. One guy who had not been very involved but has been a very big part of the offense for weeks now is C.D. Lamb. But in the fourth quarter, like he did with just about everybody else, Dak Prescott got him involved.
Lamb motion from the right slot. They show man. As Martin goes with him, out of the gun, play fake. Prescott looking, pocket holding. He lobs to Lamb, right side, caught, touchdown. Martin was trailing by a good 3 strides, and the lob for 6. It's 29-10 Dallas. 10:32 to go in the fourth.
After a 2-point conversion, it was 31-10. The route was on. Prescott threw another touchdown pass, and then the guy who does as much scoring for Dallas as anybody decided it was time to put himself by himself in the record book.
Howell out of the gun, fades back, throws left, tight, picked off, sprinting down the sideline, Deron Bland. He's got a man to beat. He does, and a second, he's in for a pick 6. It's a record. Deron Bland, 62-yard run back. His 5th pick 6, a first in NFL history, and an exclamation point on a blowout in this Thanksgiving game. It's 44-10.
We heard from Deron during our broadcast today, and he had told me in the middle of that interview he really thought he had a chance of setting that record by himself. He did not say he had a chance to do it today, but that's exactly what he did. That closed out an avalanche of Cowboys points in the fourth quarter. They win it by a score of 45-10. Most points that Dallas has put up in a Thanksgiving game since 1980. They get the victory today over the Washington Commanders. Earlier today, Green Bay went to Detroit, and Green Bay Packers tried to get something done today and trying to upset one of the hottest teams in football. Detroit, in a lot of ways, shot themselves in the foot.
2nd and 12 for the Lions. Shotgun snap. Blitz coming. Picked up for a moment. Steps up in the pocket. Hit as he throws. And it's on the turf of one hopper. Picked up. They're running it back. And all the way into the end zone. The Packers have a touchdown for the moment. Jonathan Owens wrapped it up and took it in for a touchdown.
J.P. Shadrick right here on Westwood. That was one of 3 fumbles on the day for Jared Goff. That turned into an immediate score. The other led to a score. And Green Bay gets an upset victory today at Detroit over the Lions by a score of 29-22. This despite being outgained in the game 464 yards to 377. One way or another, for the Packers head coach, this was just fine, thanks.
This is the National Football League, and anybody can be anybody, and that's just the way it is. And there's been some rough moments, obviously. And anytime you go on the road in this league and you find a way to win a football game against a really quality opponent, that's a pretty good feeling.
On the other side, the Lions fall to 8-3 on the year, but their head coach, Dan Campbell, says not really time to panic yet.
This isn't something where I want to get in the panic mode.
I've got some time here to just look at a couple of things and see where we can get a little more efficient. But at the same time, this is the same team that's been here all year. Offense, defense, Goff's the same quarterback. We'll clean a couple of things up, and I think we'll get back in a rhythm and be just fine.
Well, the Green Bay Packers now at 5-6 on the year, and all of a sudden, if you take a look at things in the NFC, they're part of the conversation again. Maybe not on the inside, maybe on the outside looking in, but they've become part of the conversation again in terms of the playoffs in the NFC with that upset victory as Detroit falls to 8-3 on the year. That was game one. We still have game number 3 coming, but the final score in game number 2, the Dallas Cowboys 45, Washington Commanders 10. You've been listening to the NFL on Westwood One. Today's broadcast has been sponsored by Shopify, by Barbasol Shaving Cream, by Wendy's, by AutoZone, by NFL.com, and by BetMGM, the official odds provider for Westwood One. Please gamble responsibly. I want to thank our crew for this afternoon. Studio coordinator Curtis Poindexter. Production assistance provided by Ashley Ernessy, Mark Grunland, Dan Silverman, and Nick Pope. Our statistician Brian Spurry. Our spotter Brandon Carpenter. Our engineer Mike Pirtle. Technical assistance provided by Matt Higdon, Kurt Hemming, and Anthony Vidiello. Production supervisors Aaron Cummins and Brian Finkelstein. Coordinating producer Mike Eby. And the executive producer of Westwood One Sports is Howard Deneroff. Stay tuned for Game 3 of our special Thanksgiving Day NFL triple header here on Westwood One as the Seattle Seahawks host the San Francisco 49ers. Ryan Radke and James Lofton standing by to bring you all the action. Then join us again tomorrow for the first ever Black Friday game as the New York Jets host the Miami Dolphins. Ian Eagle and the McCourty twins, Jason and Devin, have all the excitement beginning at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time. You can catch those games right here on many of these same stations on the NFL app or streamed live for free on our website, westwoodonesports.com. Once again, our final score from AT&T Stadium, the Cowboys put up 25 points in the fourth quarter. They beat Washington 45-10. Now for John Sadak and Mike Mayak, I'm Scott Graham. Thanks for joining us, and happy Thanksgiving, everyone. You've been listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1, New York. Always live on the Free Odyssey app.
The following is a special presentation of Westwood Sports. If it's Thanksgiving, the NFL is Westwood One.
Emmitt Smith taking it all the way. Got a seam, got the lane, got 68 yards. Happy Thanksgiving, Emmitt. Barry Sanders inside the 35. Barry Sanders to the 20, to the 10. Bye-bye, Barry. Touchdown, Detroit Lions. On a day of Thanksgiving, as a football fan, you should be thankful to watch a guy like Barry Sanders.
Tonight, it's the San Francisco 49ers.
Shotgun snap, Brock Purdy airing it out. Deep for Debo in the end zone. Makes the catch on the right side of the end zone for the touchdown. 27 yards from Brock Purdy to Debo Samuel. And San Francisco may have just put it away.
And the Seattle Seahawks.
Shotgun snap, drops back through. Line drive throw, intercepted. It's picked up on the play register. The 5 on the numbers up field. The 20, the 30, breaks the tackle. 50, and goes to the middle. The 30, the 20, far side 10, 5, the break, touchdown! It's the Seattle Pistons. 7 Witherspoon.
Now, let's head to the stadium and join Ryan Radke and Hall of Famer James Lofton.
We welcome you to Lumen Field in Seattle for part 3 of our special Thanksgiving Day NFL triple header. As the 6-4 Seattle Seahawks host the 7-3 San Francisco 49ers in a battle for first place in the NFC West. Tonight's broadcast of the National Football League on Westwood One is sponsored by Barbasol Shaving Cream, by BetMGM, by AutoZone, by Crest Toothpaste, by Navy Federal Credit Union, and by NFL.com. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody, and welcome to Game 3 of our special holiday football triple header here on Westwood One. Earlier today, the Lions lost to the Packers 29-22, while the Cowboys defeated the Commanders 45-10. More on those games later, but first, time for the 49ers
and the Seahawks. Along with Hall of Famer James Lofton, I'm Ryan Radke. Scott Graham will join us shortly from our Westwood One studios. 49ers 7-3, one game up on 6-4 Seattle. If the season ended today, these two teams would meet in a wild card game, just as they did a season ago when the Niners ended the Seahawks season 41-23. James, the 49ers looked like the NFL's best team. They were sitting at 5-0, then had to answer all kinds of questions, losing 3 straight. But after dismantling Jacksonville and handling Tampa Bay, it would appear Kyle Shanahan's team is back.
It's funny that we always talk about if the playoffs started today, if the season ended today. The season doesn't end until somebody takes the trophy away in Las Vegas. And so that's the ultimate goal. The thing that I really find interesting when I look at teams that are perennially good, like the Seahawks, like the 49ers, their expectation level is so much different than other teams that start the season and go, oh, well, maybe some way we can find out we can have a winning record. These two teams expect to be in the postseason. So when you look at today's battles, and I'm thinking about Thanksgiving, this is the third trip through the kitchen. The first one was a little bit of an upset. You thought you were going to have turkey. They only had duck and fried chicken. Second time you came around, they had a big spread out. Dallas just delivered. This one is a true toss-up. Like you said, the 49ers look like the best team by far in football, and Seattle is doing what Seattle has done and what they did last year, kind of hanging on, hanging around, and that's what they expect to do in this ball game. The Seattle fans may feel like they're a little overmatched, but that hasn't stopped them before in the past.
The good news for Seattle tonight, they will have their quarterback Geno Smith hurt a week ago, but he did warm up. He is going to start tonight, James, so some good news for Pete Carroll's team there.
It really is. This is a team, and I talked about Pete Carroll. He's not old, but he is old school. He wants to run and stop the run, and that run on offense can set up play-action passing, and it can also eat time off the clock. So you don't want to give Kyle Shanahan and that explosive 49er offense too many chances to be on the field. You want to keep them on the sideline as much as possible.
Game 3 of our Thanksgiving triple header coming up between the 49ers and the Seahawks. When we return, Scott Graham joins us from our Westwood One studios. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
The holiday season is right around the corner, so give the gift that's hard to wrap but easy to give. Give them a Steel. With powerful trimmers, blowers, and chainsaws to place under the tree, the Steel Holiday Gift Guide has something for everyone. Save $40 on the HSA 45 battery-powered hedge trimmer. Visit your local Steel dealer or go to steelsusa.com/gift guide. Real Steel. Find yours. Now $99.99 was $139.99 MSRP. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
This year, Staples will not be celebrating the holidays. Instead, we're celebrating the Holiday Deals with amazing savings for the holiday season. Save 60% on custom holiday cards, save 60% on custom invitations, and save 60% on custom photo gifts like mugs and calendars. During Staples Holiday Deals, it's not about the ho-ho-ho, it's about saving do-do-do. Save 60% on custom cards, invitations, and photo gifts today at Staples. Ends 12/2. Visit staples.com/print for more details.
Scott Graham from our Westwood One studios. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Game number 3 of our special Thanksgiving triple header here on many of these same stations, and a big game inside the division for the San Francisco 49ers, and more importantly, perhaps, for the Seattle Seahawks. San Francisco a 1-game lead over Seattle. The Seahawks have lost 2 of their last 3 to get to this point, and they have kind of been scrapping and struggling, not just with some injuries that have knocked some guys onto the shelf, but also some offensive inconsistency. Ask Tyler Lockett, as you go from week to week in the National Football League, that new set of circumstances just keeps getting redealt to you. How do you deal with it?
Well, I think each and every week comes with its own battles, and you got to be able to just reassess. After one game, you reassess. You got to kind of see where you're at, and you got to be able to understand, like, what is it that has to take place, and what do I need to do to get the job done to be able to make it to the next game that we play, whether it's on Thursday or whether it's on Sunday. And it looks different each and every week, but at the same time, you're just trying to make it to that common goal.
You're playing a team that you guys know well. There's a long history. What do you see from them on film from the version you're seeing this year?
Well, I mean, they're a great team. You know, defensively up front, they're loaded. Linebacker and court, they're loaded. Secondary's loaded. They've been doing a great job, especially with the young guys. when we go play against the 49ers, we always know that it's a battle. We always know that it's tough, it's physical. It's like one of those all-out brawls. And you just got to be able to come with it, and you got to be able to make sure that you're on your P's and Q's, because at the end of the day, this is like a bar fight.
Well, that bar fight last year went decidedly to the 49ers. Geno Smith, in his marvelous comeback player of the year season, went 0-3 against San Francisco last year. Speaking of 3, as Ryan told you at the top, that 3-game losing streak had some people wondering about the San Francisco 49ers and their quarterback Brock Purdy. Well, the last 2 weeks, he's led his team to 30.5 points per game while completing 78% of his passes, throwing 6 touchdowns and no interceptions. I asked his always quotable tight end George Kittle this week what it's like being part of that offense that seems to be finding itself again.
When you have a set of skilled players like the ones that we have, from wide receiver to running back, fullback, tight end, you have a lot of weapons, and so everyone's just going to have their opportunity to go out there and show what they can do, and you kind of see that weekly, whether it's by you, me, Devo, McCaffrey, Zeus, and I think we're just all enjoying it one step at a time, and happy that we're playing football really well. And then, when you have Brock Purdy, who's just slicing and dicing with perfect passer rating, it's pretty fun to play with that as well.
I got the feeling that after that perfect passer rating on Sunday that you decided you were going to have a little fun with people who may still at this point be underestimating it.
No, you're not wrong. Brock's done nothing but been an incredible quarterback this entire season. He's playing at a very, very high level. And the reason that you get to see, our skilled players playing the way that they play is because of him. Like, he's making all of us better by giving us those opportunities. Just how dialed in he is all the time. And then on game day, you guys go out there and you see him, and he's just slinging the ball around with confidence, zero fear, and he's still taking care of the football. He's a hell of a football player, and I really don't get the narrative that, he's only good because of the weapons around him. And you look at every quarterback, if they don't have good weapons around them, it's really hard to win football games. And I think he's just taking advantage of this opportunity, and he's showing that he's a really, really good quarterback that also has really good weapons.
This is an opponent that you know really well, and this is no matter what year it is, a tough place to go play. I know you live for that kind of thing, but all playing in front of the 12th side, what do you see from this team on film, and what's still there that's always been there in terms of the defense you face?
Every time that the 49ers and Seattle Seahawks play, it's great football. Especially I love playing out in Seattle. They have a wonderful stadium, it's a fantastic atmosphere. Their fans are loud, a lot of noise, a lot of silent kind of stuff. And their fans absolutely hate the 49ers, which I love, and I respect the hell out of that. So their defense, I think they're playing pretty well right now. They've got a really talented secondary, some young guys that are playing at a high level, and their D-line is doing what they need to do. So we're going to have to go in there, handle the noise, and try to just play our best football if we want to play at a high level.
You always talk about the fact that, you like being a complete football player. It's not just catching the football. You like to hit. Now, the question that I have for you, we've talked a lot over the years. At 30, is it as much fun to hit as it was when you were younger?
I think it's more fun every single week. It's a part of the game, and I'm lucky to be able to play this game, and I'm lucky to be playing for this franchise. Just the way that we play the game is based on physicality and doing your job. That's exactly what I've always wanted to do, and so this is what I'm happy to be a part of an elevation that wants you to play very physical. I just want to be a part of a team with a bunch of guys who like to be physical as well.
You don't have to ask twice. Luke Kittle loves playing football. He and his teammates getting ready for big game tonight inside the division. Seattle against the Seahawks. Game number 3 of our Westwood One special Thanksgiving triple header. Game number 2 just wrapped up a little bit ago in Big D, and Dallas Cowboys had one of those Dak Prescott nights where they got 4 touchdown passes, but they also had a secret weapon on the defensive side who made a little history.
Howell out of the gun, fades back, throws left, tight, picked off, sprinting down the sideline, Deron Bland. He's got a man to beat. He does, and a second, he's in for a pick 6. It's a record. Deron Bland, 62-yard run back. His 5th pick 6. A first in NFL history, and an exclamation point on a blowout in this Thanksgiving game. It's 44-10.
John Saback with the call right here on Westwood One at AT&T Stadium. 45-10 was the final. Dak Prescott throws for 331 yards in this game, 4 touchdowns, and no interceptions. Sam Howell threw for another 300, but that pick 6 was the final cherry on top of the sundae as Dallas blows out the Commanders 45-10. Earlier today in Detroit, the Lions were the favorite at home against the Green Bay Packers, but Green Bay used defense and opportunism to try to get shorter fields. The last time they got that short field in the third quarter, it took them only 3 plays to go 23 yards and virtually put the game away.
Third down and 3 at the Detroit 16. Shotgun snap for Jordan Love. Right-hander looks to the end zone left side, has an open man. It's caught. A touchdown. Green Bay. In the back left corner of the end zone, it's Christian Watson, the second-year receiver. And the Packers extend the lead at Ford Field, Detroit on this Thanksgiving. It's Green Bay 29, Detroit 14, 3:30 to play in the third, and what a throw and catch.
J.P. Shadrick right here on Last Word 1. Off his 3 touchdown passes, no interceptions today, and Green Bay wins it over Detroit by a score of 29-22. For Jared Goff, who is normally so good at Ford Field, he threw for 332 yards. But after last week's 3 interception performance, today he fumbled it 3 times, and in some respects, it cost the Detroit Lions the game. Still to come, we'll get you one step closer to kickoff time. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football